I think with Jackson, all they gotta do is just be happy they had a piece of it. Like that's how I look at it. Like y'all happy that y'all even had Dion there in y'all books because this guy is prime time.
Yeah,
and you know you gonna have the other half that's like we made him. He would bro been prime time since prime time ever came out. You can it's not in them. It's on. It's not on them. It's in them.
At Mississippi, they run the SEC, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stick. Hey, come
but
on,
this is
man.
the first time we had like a black team because they really be on the black teams.
I know they do.
You got Mississippi State. You got Ole Miss. Yeah, I'm right. That's why we're talking about it. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was good to see that for Jackson, but
yeah, it was great.
What was you saying about them hating on each other though? You said what happened?
Whoa, you
said
about
that Ole Miss and them be on Jackson like they won't
like
type.
It's not even so like the white people they ain't finna go to a Jackson State game. You know what I'm saying? So all the tickets and get sold at Ole Miss, but Ole Miss don't get packed out like that. Well, it did when Prime was there. Yeah. Like we was record numbers. You know what I'm saying? It's jam packed, but like a lot of the white folks they just started tuning in when Deion Sanders was there.
So what you do is you go get you a great coach right afterwards. Go get you a great coach to follow up behind Deion that's affordable, and y'all keep the same program. Go get y'all some superstars.
Winning is still gonna get you looks. Now, Prime is gonna get you times 20 looks, but winning is still gonna get you people looking, still get the funds coming in. It's just y'all had Prime.
He said he took 80 people with him.
He took the whole team, he took bro. 80 he took people with him, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, he did it dirty, bro.
Oh, so he took his whole
bodies. Bro, he took
the
whole squad left, bro.
And they getting dough right now. Living good.
I'm telling you,
good.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I went to Jackson State for like a year and a half and dropped out. All
right, we ready?
We wasn't on?
I don't know. I mean, we can. I was trying to find the winner of the Gucci sunglasses. I was looking.
That was definitely a part of the Tuesday show.
Was it?
Here's the introduction.
I mean, okay, yeah. Welcome to the No Jumper Show. I'm in here with Brick Baby, Remo, and Desto Dub, and we're doing the damn thing. Holy, that backwood is the size of Brian Pumper's. So what are you doing?
Pause when you're smoking now.
You're going to have to pause that. You got a Jason Love sitting on the table right there. That thing is ridiculous.
Shout out Super Dope.
I haven't smoked a backwood in so long. I just want to touch it.
You just want to touch it because
come on, Paul.
That's some weight on it.
You making me uncomfortable, my boy.
That's some real weight right there, dude. Like I haven't.
You know, some people like to take teaspoons. I'm Big Goat.
I would have made 3 blunts out of that.
Oh yeah. You see me doing an air?
Yeah, okay. No, when I was in Jamaica, for sure, 1/8 was 3 blunts. No kizzy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'm in Jamaica rolling up, what are them little
you had that stress
peach optimals and
the
ones that stand up on their set.
Yeah.
What? You didn't bring woods?
No, I brought them, but I didn't bring that much weed. So it's like, you roll one of these up, you done for
You got to cut the paper to a mini.
Yeah, so
That's
you know what we doing? We rolling, we taking an 1/8, rolling 3 blunts for the day.
Yeah.
One in the morning, one out, and one at the end.
Does that make you feel like back in the days?
I had about an ounce of weed. I was good.
But does that make you feel like you're on some homeless and you're not putting enough weed in the blunt?
Or no, because I'm doing activities, so it ain't like I'm just chilling and doing a lot of thinking. I'm not doing all that. I'm really chilling. This is like, let me smoke in the morning before I get my day started. Smoke on the beach, boom. Now I'm high. I can go back in there. Hey, baby, let's go to breakfast.
Do you ever feel like when you're smoking blunts that big and being that you own multiple businesses and you have a child and a wife and stuff, do you ever feel like, maybe I'm just not meant to get this high, like 4 gram backwood high anymore?
You just explained it yourself. You own 4 businesses, wife, kids. This blunt is equal to the stress that's in my life.
When Dub by yourself, how long do it take you to smoke that blunt?
So like
5 minutes.
It's different. It's different times right now. You know, I went driver on them folks. So like I could spark that right now, drive somewhere, put it out halfway, leave it in the ashtray, and then I'm working for a whole day. So I might not spark it back up till I'm on my way home, or we got an hour in traffic. But
stop lying. You're going to smoke that whole thing by the end of this podcast.
But that's right. So we're sitting here chilling and talking.
That's a different setting.
Yeah.
But like if I roll, I get like those guava leaves. And if it come big like that, I put like 7 grams in that motherfucker. Yeah. Roll it up, right? And I just smoke it for the rest of the day.
Oh, in the grabber because it's so big?
Yeah. If you smoke it, if I'm smoking all this, I must not have nothing to do. Or my wife probably just got on my nerves.
Okay, but from my perspective, like when I used to be at the store all the time and people would be coming through with mad different blunts and different varieties of stuff, to me, the bigger you roll the backwood or the bigger you roll the blunt, it's like the less effective or efficient
hit it,
you're
right?
being with the weed, because when people would come in with the giant 40-ounce or 40
You're
gram
right.
blunt,
You're right.
it's
You're not
like
getting as high.
You're like, you would be so much better if you actually cared about getting your money's worth. You would be so much better off just copping or rolling 40 blunts instead of having one giant blunt.
Yeah, but
I mean,
with
this actually seems
with
really obvious
Again,
as
this
I
is
said.
taste. You know, that was back then when niggas was still smoking OG and stuff like that. Everything is candy, it's flavor right now. So the
you gotta
bigger the
have that
blunt, the
flavor
more
in
taste.
there.
I'm not trying to smoke it for a long period of time. I want to hit it a few times, get that taste, get that high, and now I'm at my destination. It probably went out already by itself.
Yeah,
I feel it.
Yeah, that keep me. I just be smoking all day off that one blunt. I'm not rolling. I'm not, because you know my hand up, so I'm not finna just be rolling blunts all day. You catch me rolling the blunt, nigga.
You roll blunts on here all the time.
That's because my ain't here.
Oh, so she's normally the weed roller?
yeah.
So are you ever like, hey, stop breastfeeding, stop cleaning the kitchen, get over here and roll a blunt?
Yeah,
It's kind of like
that's
a break
me.
for them. Though.
That's me. She
Like, you
hates
need me to
it.
what?
That's a break. Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking me away from my job.
Not breastfeeding. I won't take her away from breastfeeding.
Okay,
But
real one.
cleaning the kitchen and doing some that can sit, because this is our house.
Right.
Like, hey, back away. Come roll the blunt and come cuddle with me right now.
Hey, I gotta let everybody know that I did in fact choose a winner. I just went through the DMs and I found it. Titus Coleman. He lives in Phoenix, Illinois. Please, nobody rob him. But he left a comment. He left his @ and he sent me, or he left a nice comment. Man, a lot of people left nice comments that clearly were them like trying to win the glasses, but they didn't leave any kind of like @ or any way for me to contact them. So I had to stick to my word. My girl was angry at me. She's like, "Why are you gonna buy that shit if you're just gonna give it away to some random person?" I said, "Shut up. Roll this blunt." No, but then we did it. So we
Do your research.
we let it hit different. Hey, my question for you, as long as we're gonna get cracking right now, is how did you feel when you saw Whack 100 doing an impersonation of you smoking weed during the podcast? Did you see it?
On Bang, I ain't seen it. I just
Oh,
tried to watch that whole interview too. Was it on the last one?
It was yeah, it is in the
Damn,
it's
I
in the new
fell
one.
asleep on it. I fell asleep on it. Shout out Whack, man.
We might actually have
Three Finger
to.
Louie.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, here we go. This is pretty pathetic that I have to head on over to the account of somebody that you're not exactly in love
You know,
with at
it's so
this
funny.
moment. But
Whack
watch
wouldn't-
it.
Yeah, cuz. So,
Wait, but where's that?
so did you
Oh, you
get
can hear it. All right.
in there like, yeah, cuz. So, hood. So did you get how you be moving and shit?
If you did an impersonation of him as good as the one he just did of you, then I would be laughing too. So I'm not picking sides there, Brick. But that was
Shout out to Compton.
We've been working on that.
See this dude that's super cool, getting high.
If he dropped the perks, I wonder. But okay, there's an important question. Brick. Okay, that was the gist of it. Was that on the
You
screen?
hear the rest of good.
Yeah, well,
Hey, I ain't gonna lie,
they got to put it on the screen then.
Talking shit.
God damn it, Donnie.
That shit make my day. It was at a point where people wasn't impersonating Brick Baby. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't give a fuck. That
is a good way to look at it.
Brick Baby now, nigga.
That's a mature way to look at it. People weren't doing impersonations of me before. That's how I feel every time I tweet something and I got 500 people calling me a cuck in the comments. I'm like, well, there was a time when I just wasn't getting 500 responses. So
Come on,
I'm
man.
going to take it.
I'll
Take the good with the bad.
however it
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, Brick Baby better, man.
yeah, but you know what?
They be better all the time.
My thing is that like there's a fine line on this podcast between being really good at podcasting and just being yourself. And sometimes on this podcast, it's like we don't really know where to draw the line. Sometimes you got Crip Mac on the podcast and he's interrupting everybody to tell the same fucking jail story we already heard 500 times. And it's like, there's part of you where you don't want to beat that out of him by telling him like, hey, maybe like chill with that, because you want to have the real version of who you're dealing with, you know, like same thing with Brick when he's smoking 5 unfiltered Camels back to back. It's like, hey, maybe it's not like you don't see a lot of other podcasts with people just, you know, inhaling pounds of tobacco on the podcast. But for me also, it's kind of like, well, if we really want to fuck with people from the trenches, from the soil, salt of the earth motherfuckers, then you kind of got to expect that you're going to have, to some extent, you're going to have them indulging in their ways on camera. Same way if we had an Amish co-host, he might have a corncob pipe. It is what it is. I fuck with the corncob pipes.
Listen, I've been trying to slow down, but like you said, if I drop the perks, it depends on but if you see me sipping juice, if you notice,
That's you trying to get off the perks?
No. Only time you see me smoking back to back is if I'm sipping juice. Like, I don't know what that shit does. Like, the perk, I could smoke like 1 cigarette, 2 cigarettes. Like, that'd be like the light podcast days. But when I'm sipping, it's like something about it where I gotta smoke and I can't keep rolling up because I'm trying to pay attention to y'all. Because if we was in the studio and I was that high, I'd just be rolling weed.
But I feel like rolling up is like you can have a conversation while rolling up because it's such a natural thing that you have already done 5,000 times in your life. But I mean, the reason why you want to smoke cigarettes is because as soon as you start doing drugs, everything feels so good. Whether it's the perk or the lean, everything feels good. So even just smoking a cigarette, it's just like, my body,
If I drink
everything feels good.
If I drink beer, I used to smoke cigarettes. They banned Newports and shit out here though.
Yeah,
Mama Duck
we
was
had to
looking
break
for
that to Mama Duck last night. Nah, you ain't getting no Newports around here, shorty.
Tell her I bring her some.
How long
We got a trafficker on the team, so
Tell her bring her some.
You know,
man.
I'm sure she's really gonna
20.
trust you.
Man,
You gonna
I
give her
love
some
Mama
fucking
Doug.
some fentanyl-laced
I never
Newports.
even cussed her out over her cussing me out.
Well, you're
I
gonna
love
want to
Mama
cuss her
Doug.
out because she
You know,
cussed
you
you
got
out
like
last
them
night.
aunties and cousins
She
that
had
you
to
like
do it
you
for the
love.
clout. She was in the workplace. I wanted to meet her yesterday. I swear to God, I was gonna come up here and meet her.
She
man.
said the same shit about you. She wanted to meet you.
Yeah, like,
Look, just
nigga,
like this. Come on,
That's the
bring it
nigga
in.
mama. I
Bring it
said some fucked up shit.
Come on.
I didn't catch the way I said it till after the interview.
Niggas not
I was
disrespecting
talking,
mamas.
and then I went back and had to watch it from her eyes and her having 2 dead sons, and then me just speaking freely about some shit like.
From your recollection, what was the thing that you said that seemed like it might piss her off? Was it saying like, "Oh, you liked all the dissing when your son was alive," or was it you? Because you also had that one
Condoning
rant.
a shooter, I think it was.
Yeah, he went on the rant
No, I
about
stick
you
to
got to
the
respect
OnlyFans.
the shooter.
Oh yeah. No. You gotta respect the shooter because you talking. Hold on, let's take it back here. I disrespected Mama Duck. I disrespected. Hold on.
Sorry.
Pause.
Just
You're doing a lot.
stabbed me with his coke nail. I might have to get a tetanus shot.
This ain't plug talk. You can't be grabbing niggas' mics.
We gotta get tested first.
So look, I respect the shooter, but let's start with the first question you asked me.
Okay.
I disrespected her when I told her that she over here crying about her kids dying and all that and working with the police and and because I said that you was with it when they was alive and that's your kid, cuz whatever your kid doing, you supposed to love, whether he this or whatever. If he died, somebody took your kid away from you. I do feel bad for just loose lipping about that. Your OnlyFans, I'm sticking with that.
But she's not naked on there. It's
doesn't
just
matter.
like it would be the same thing if she started a Patreon. It's just OnlyFans has a sex worker image, even though she's not doing sex stuff
dirty.
on there, from what I can tell.
You're dirty
But why?
because you subscribe.
No, I didn't. But she told us yesterday. And the reason why I couldn't find it is because the only way you can get the link to the Mama Duck OnlyFans is by DMing her, which I did not realize.
Oh.
She's trying to keep it
So
low key.
I stick to the OnlyFans, but respecting the shooter, it shouldn't have offended her because you were saying Brick was a shooter. I respect Brick
She did
for
make that
being a
clear.
shooter. I
Yeah.
respect people for not just running their mouth is what I say when I say I respect the shooter. The person that had the nuts to drop his nuts and go finish the play, it's because if it was the U.S. Army or whatever the fuck, Navy, Army, Marine, not to disrespect y'all, salute for being on the front line for us, but
Support the troops.
they respecting that marksman.
Right.
They respecting that walk down. You kill Obama, I mean, you kill Osama, nigga, you get to retire from this shit.
I mean, you could.
He just went to jail. The dude
For
that
being
killed.
drunk.
Yeah.
They better not file no charges on that dude.
They better
Okay,
not.
this is my thing is that when we were talking to her, I was very, very moved by the interview because I felt like she gave us a way different version of herself than what I've seen previously on Vlad and shit like that. We did like a full 3 hours with her. But at least one of the things that I picked
Chopping
up
it with a
on,
nigga mama.
she is a street chick to the extent that it's hard to like comprehend. Like when you're really talking to her about gangs in Chicago and shit, like her knowledge of it goes back like 40 fucking years. And she's a Vaughn fan to a certain extent. Like she was singing certain
That's the
Vaughn
crazy
songs. And like there's a part of her that clearly had a degree of affection to her. And when he really when she took it to the O or whatever, she told Duck like, you can't just let this slide. Like, he's
gotta
going to
go
turn
crazy.
you into a cartoon and not saying like, oh, you got to go do something to him, but she was making it clear, like, you got to, the same way he's turning you into a fucking cartoon villain in his raps, like, this is just an opportunity for you where you need to do the same thing back, which that's the difference between her as a mom and like my mom, where if I broke down the situation, if I was in Duck's shoes, my mom would be like, Adam, let it go. You don't need to be making songs about a motherfucker. Yada yada. Wouldn't really say motherfucker most likely even. But like her being who she is and having her life experience, she can't like, she's just too in tune with the street. She's talking about how she can't date a guy unless he's like 20 years younger than her. Because she needs a young dude who got some energy. She needs a Desto Dub, realistically.
She wanted Adam 22.
Yeah,
I mean, yo,
drop that dick off in there.
we can't give away too much, but she was shooting her shot. She's a big fan. Jesus
with my boy
Christ.
Adam. I ain't gonna lie. She fuck with Adam.
She tried to get hit, Adam.
I mean, I gotta show respect and admiration and love for all my GD brothers out there.
But
I can't even humor
Are
this
you
conversation.
Blockian?
Yeah,
Or are
I'm
you
a Blockian. I'm
60-30?
63rd. I'm an MC. I'm everything. I'm repping all sets. But there in LA, I'm repping no sets.
You know the crazy thing? I
lying.
take pride in
no jumping
not
crib.
knowing what's really rolling, just so I don't have to be held accountable.
Why you ain't never told Wack you from No Jumper Crip?
Because I'm a rooster.
In JC,
Yeah, rooster when you're with Rack. I
I'm a 22-ster and a rooster, yeah.
The 22-ster rooster.
You like that?
22-ster.
I'm not calling you 22-ster anymore. I gotta find you another
One of
name.
these days, you're
Yeah,
gonna get
Crip
me
name.
on the fucking the filterless camels.
Yeah,
That's your brand.
yeah. They should sign me.
Yo, but me and Remo were locked
a
in
death
here until like
sentence.
10:30 last night, bro. I fucking got home. I had to go straight to
We
bed.
been
I
having a
was
long
done.
week. I've been feeling like 22 now, man. This nigga one of the hardest working niggas in this shit. Cause now
Wow.
I'm seeing how the interviews we doing like
That
a lot. I'm
boy
like,
can
damn,
talk.
you be doing this shit all the
You get
time.
what I was saying?
Yeah,
What I was
nah,
saying,
for
like
sure.
I changed my whole shit. When I see the dude that owns this shit knocking out how he go crazy, it's like, oh, I don't got enough money to be sitting back on my ass. I need to try to get involved with as many interviews as I can to learn.
Hey, and I'm gonna
Like,
give
this
you
still the learning process.
I'm gonna give you some props, which is that you, Flacco, and Dejan did the Big Sad interview, and much respect to Big Sad, definitely doing his thing. He got a whole movement going, but you guys did 200K in a week. To me, that looks good. That's like
That-
definitely
that
impressive.
definitely, yeah.
So I saw that and I was like, damn, that's good. It makes me happy to see that the fans are locked in enough that they are really tuning in to see you guys have a
and niggas
conversation.
know what they
But we
want
don't
too.
need-
We know what they
don't-
want. That's
they
what
don't
it
have
is.
to have Adam there on every. You know what I mean? That probably feels good.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? I know I felt good about it. When I looked and seen it, I wasn't going to say that. I was looking at my little 200K, but Dejan is definitely a good addition to No Jumper. Like, I told you that weeks ago. And
sure.
he makes it a little bit easier to, because he keeps the hip hop and things.
That's
You know
why.
what
That's
I mean?
that's what I big him up for too. Cause he's definitely trying to keep it back, focused on the music. You know what I'm saying? It's not just No Jumper. I feel like a lot of podcasts in this space and shit, like it's more involved with like what's going on
Controversy
outside of
around the
yeah.
hip-hop artists,
And
yeah.
that's why I appreciate Dejan, because he's definitely a question. Every question he asks is gonna be a music related question.
But do you
And
feel
I
like
think we needed that?
I feel like Dejan or Flacco is like evil Dejan, because Flacco sometimes like will know a shitload about artists beef and stuff, and it occurs to me in my head like, I wonder if he's ever listened to them. You know, like, has he ever turned on the music of a lot of these drill artists?
I don't think
I'm
so
not
either.
sure. But Dejan, on the other hand, sometimes seems a little annoyed that the conversations about the drama and the beef and shit kind of tend to go more crazy than the music conversations, because he's clearly somebody who's more of a music purist, you know, which I respect for sure. But, you know,
Sure.
you know.
I mean, I would say something, but I don't want to rock the cameras.
What? We'll bleep you.
Yeah,
If it's
bleep
too
it up,
spicy,
yeah.
we'll bleep you. I'll make the decision for you as your manager.
Turn up.
No. It's not turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah, though. But
Bro,
yeah, I was
I-
gonna say
yeah.
something that was crazy, but you know what I'm saying? Dejan, he veers away from a lot of controversy. He hates talking about Blueface. That's like
Really?
he hates that Blueface and Krishan run the tabloids, and he has to report on them while they're here, and he hates Blueface's music.
Really? Okay. Well, as long as we're talking about that,
Blueface, baby.
But shout out Blueface.
Fuck with Blue. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
love the guy.
That's
but
my boy.
I did a 3-hour live stream with Academics yesterday, and obviously he hates Blueface because they got their own little beef. And for the record, Blueface has not slept with Academics' girlfriend. That was WAC 100 trying to get it in and try to spark some controversy and stuff. And then he's trying to act like I put him up to saying that, whatever. I'm like, why would we ever think that Axe Girl even knows Blueface? Like, there would be a photo, there would be some evidence. Like, come on, man. But either way, when I was talking about Blueface, part of the reason why I said that I'm rooting for him to succeed is because I said YG can't be the only fly-ass gang member LA rapper that is out here in LA. And now, granted, YG is smashing, Saweetie and like all these other famous ass chicks and stuff. Blueface, he's a little more street level. He's still fucking around with bitches missing teeth and his old baby mama from back in the day and shit like that. But we need Blueface to be taken seriously.
2 different ages too, though. They're like 10 years apart.
Right.
For sure.
But I'm saying, like, in the whole thing, when you see an award show and you just don't see enough representatives of the Los Angeles street archetype, which is unfortunate because a large percentage of this gangster ass music really comes from LA, and it's like we need the Bluefaces of the world to be out here looking good. Now, is he looking good? Well, he's certainly in the
Cardi
news.
B's and shit, right?
Well, I don't think he should smash
Not
Offset's
Cardi,
wife.
but not Cardi, but I'm saying the people on that level.
I 100% agree.
bring
Yeah,
more attraction
and that's why
over
I
here.
like seeing a Desto Dub coming out onto the scene and doing his thing and rocking ice and having people rocking his shit, and he's kicking it with Alabama Barker for some reason. What was the nature of that hangout?
Shit, she fuck with the brand, bro. Honestly, she did like a video or something in the clothes one day, and I just seen all of the crazy ass interactions. And then Travis Barker, that's my boy. We damn near.
How many times you ran into him?
I used to fuck with him a lot back in the day when I was with Pumping them. Every time we would go out, hey, we done sit courtside
That's my
together.
boy. Yeah, that's
we
my
done,
boy, too.
And then it just came kind of full circle because he fucked with Greedo so much. You know what I mean? She like my homeboy's daughter, like Greedo's daughter to me. You come and get any clothes you want. You ever in the store, come and get these clothes. You can have whatever you want. Don't worry about it. And shit, honestly, she be wearing it and I be seeing the waves coming in.
I seen her on her story being like, only the cool people know about this shit. Like, people, like normal people don't know about the cough syrup. I'm just like, holy fuck, she out here doing explainers for her audience to let them know to fuck with the cough syrup. And I have such a conversation that I'm gonna have with her if I ever run into her, because one time, Travis Barker invited me to his kid's birthday party, his like 15-year-old at the time son. And so me and Lena were already at a Lakers game, so we just fucking hopped in the car and headed up there to Calabasas, and we go to this party. I didn't really like realize in that moment that he was basically, it's a pretty big area, but I think they were.
Everybody knows they live.
He didn't realize that, or I didn't realize that he was inviting me basically to just pull up to his fucking teenage kids party or whatever. Like, they also had Comethazine there performing, just to put it in perspective. But
they just wanted the cool kids that they watch and stuff at the party.
Exactly. I thought I was getting invited to like a grown-up party, and
mark
instead,
my words, bro, she is gonna go crazy. Like, her music,
really, the music,
I see it. The little kids, we playing it. They doing TikToks. She like, okay, put it like this.
I gotta hear the music.
Put it like this. Okay, like, I'm always on to the new, on to the next. You feel me?
Alabama got next
for sure. She's up.
Really?
I guarantee it, bro. I'm tapped in. You know what I mean? Like, I be knowing what's rolling. You feel me?
But so at that event, me, Lena, and Travis Barker take a photo together, and keep in mind this is in like 2019, maybe 2018, and so he posts it, and he just drops the comment, under it, his description. She wants us both. And I was just kind of blown away by like, whoa, like, is this Travis Barker making it clear that he wants to get freaky with me and my girlfriend at the time? And I was just kind of like blown away, but I thought it was like the funniest fucking thing ever. And then she at the time was probably like 15, and she comments under it, ew. Like, imagine having to see your famous ass dad making that joke. Like, I just couldn't fucking believe it.
Come on, Dad. What are you talking about?
My daughter replies to a
See,
lot of my shit.
that's the same thing. Like, the same way is like, you feel me? Like, you gotta stay tapped in with the youth, because they gonna be the next future of whatever is cracking. You know what I mean? Especially if you at this age putting in that work at that age. Most people wait till like 21, 22 to start trying to put in that work.
He spoiled Zoe for no reason. Zoe don't got no accomplishments down packed. I'm finna put the brakes on their little relationship till she get her shit together. Cause Zoe she got my oldest, Zoe. And she can, when she's in trouble, she could go call Dub. She could go get clothes.
this
right
kid.
now,
Yeah, she can't be. You know,
Right
you gotta
now,
work it right. You can't be like, oh, I get in trouble. They say no, I'm gonna hit Uncle Dub. Like now, you got Uncle Dub about to be on pause.
Yeah, right
You
now
know what I'm
her
saying?
ass on punishment.
That would be so
Yeah,
crazy
hanging
to have
out.
to be mean to your kid because you told me be mean to her. Like,
Yeah.
hey, if she comes around, you better not be nice to her.
Yeah,
That would be a weird feeling.
because
And they know what they getting from their uncle, so it's like,
it's a different. You see. Yeah.
hey,
I'll see what it's like. I'm just
You'll see
so
what
I'm
it's
so
like.
new to this game. You know, my kids.
you
are
gonna
so
see,
little.
bro. When these two get older, what?
Oh,
Damn,
yeah.
Parker down there getting a car. I don't know. It's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
it's
Like,
crazy. You
like
gotta
I'm pulling
see
up to the birthday party with a car, Cairo driving it to her. You know what I
feel-
mean? Some shit like.
You feel like a whole lot better. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you look out for other people's kids for some reason. I don't know what
Yeah,
it
it
is
just
about
feels-
like seeing your nephews and them. Because that's like your core fan base. Like when they get older, you'll see like it's gonna be Uncle Adam. Like, why did you say that? You're gonna be getting all type of DMs from Dub's daughter.
Right.
About our podcast.
But you could have a relationship with your friend's kid in a way that you can't have with your own kid because your own kid, you have to be the responsible one. You have to be the one who's really
Well, no, your
worried
kid
about
already, your
everything,
kid
right?
is already getting with their
Yeah,
kid.
they're
Your
gonna
kid, like,
get with their
like,
Your
they already
kid, I
getting
can
it.
roll her a blunt because it ain't my kid, right?
They still kids, bro. We
Nah,
No, but his kid's
I would
grown as
roll
fuck.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
yet.
she not smoking though.
Not that
it's
old.
not
I don't know if she smokes. She ain't told me yet.
She ain't doing it in
How
front of
about
you.
that? She ain't, gonna
Ain't
do
doing it around me either.
She ain't finna do it in front
Hey,
of Dub either.
her preference in men will be modeled after her dad and her dad's friends.
sure.
So almost certainly she gonna find
sure.
herself a backwoods smoker.
For sure. And
But-
she already got backwoods smokers. I know for sure. Like
She has
like-
parties, they're smoking.
Yeah, they're smoking. I had to take. Man, listen, I took all the alcohol. These kids pulled up with
Sneaking
shitloads
bottles.
of bottles.
Trying to have a party at your crib?
Then the girl because I was holding the bottles at the front, like y'all could drink the motherfuckers when y'all leave here or whatever. You can't drink and get drunk here.
You're like Tone with
You
guns.
get what
You
I'm
just
saying?
hold
Like,
the bottle.
They got guns. No, they got guns too. I'm taking the
Bro.
guns. I had to take guns from like 14 and 15.
These are ninth graders.
These are ninth-
8th, 9th
like,
going.
bro,
I'm
at
just
it.
thinking from my perspective as a ninth grader, we didn't know anything about guns, but this is so normal
This is in
the
the
world.
city though.
God,
This is a city. Even if you were born in the
I
city, bro, you
I
gone.
took
What is
the
this, O-Block?
first party. I took like 4 guns. I had 4 guns that I was holding. So my baby mama took the Casa Amigos. This girl had a whole Casa Amigo and she drinks the whole bottle. She drinks it. So they come back out looking for her.
Your
they like
girl?
went through that away.
And then the
No,
second
my
one-
baby mama, Zoe's mom.
Okay.
My girl's there too, but no,
She
they
chugged
all
the whole
drunk
bottle?
it. Yeah, my whole family, my sister, all of them. They drank
Pass
the
it around
bottle.
and kill this kid's
they
liquor?
fucked their liquor up.
How you finding the guns? You searching them at the door?
Yeah. I had
You got-
security.
bro, come
I had
on.
armed
These-
security at the
yeah.
party. I ain't,
Oh, type
I
shit.
don't play like that.
I'm thinking like a house
And then
party.
at first I was security. Then I got family that was that's police, whatever the case is. They came off duty, bop bop bop. They did all the searching and shit. But yeah, and I told them don't be acting like no cop. Like nigga, these little niggas, you don't know what they into. This why I'm not stealing your gun.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what they're into outside of this. We could take their gun from them and they pull off and somebody shoot at them and kill them. Whatever the case is, if they felt like they needed to bring a gun out tonight, you don't know what they into. They just can't have it in here. It can't happen
You should
here.
take their gun at the party, go out, do a drill with it, and then give it back, and the kid will never even know.
That's what I should do.
You giving niggas hot
Damn,
guns
you got it all figured out,
That's what
Adam.
I should do. Huh?
But we got off the Blueface topic.
Sound like a movie.
So many people are gonna quote that and not acknowledge that I was joking. So,
That sounds
for the
like a
record,
movie.
I was joking. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Y'all-
I'm gonna go do a drill.
Y'all seen Blueface and Baby going back and forth?
Yeah, who we rooting for
bruh.
in this
Who y'all
conflict?
got in this one?
Man, we got to root for the home team. I hope Blueface comes out on top. I don't know how likely that is, but
They got it. They already went back and forth.
So, all right, Lil Baby dropped a snippet, and in the snippet, he was talking about he got M's, fuck a Blueface. And then Blueface went back and, because there's rumors that I think Baby had messaged Krishan or something. They were going back and forth.
that wasn't even a rumor. That was a phone. Like, Baby got her number, but I think she, like,
Gave him
at the time,
Blueface
Blueface was controlling that phone. So Blueface is intercepting the messages, and Lil Baby said a few things, right, that
Yeah.
She
Blueface
gave
didn't
her
care for.
Blueface number.
Yeah.
She gave him on purpose Blueface's number to show her loyalty and
Right.
see what he was gonna say.
And then Lil Blueface dropped a song yesterday, and then in the song he He said, "Little baby thought that he knew me. How you let a grown man fill up on your booty?" Referring to the pictures with him at the Michael Rubin shit.
Yeah. I mean, these fall into the categories of light disses because when you really break down what Lil Baby said, the fuck is a blue face?
He said, I put 100 up 1,000,000 times. What the fuck is a blue face?
But that's just like casual shit talk, nothing really specific.
Yeah, I just don't like when beef just get too much. You know what I mean?
But then what Blueface
shoot
said,
on a nigga a few times back and forth.
If they keep it on wax,
but
it's cool.
they're not saying anything serious yet. Like, we're not really getting to the good meat of this beef if it is going to go there, because him saying, why you let this dude fill up on your booty, like, I mean, it's kind of funny to like reference something that was in the news a couple months ago, but really at the end of the day, he just was taking photos with some weird white guy, and maybe they were looking a little zesty, but it's not like
you done hung around
we don't
white
really
people,
think he's gay,
bro.
right?
So bro, I was in New York. The Italians, they like, bro, don't grab. Come on, bro.
They were kissing you.
No, they wasn't, bro. I'm going into like a bar. It's like some after hours cool shit. You know, real like player. Man, I see him go. He hit the girl. He hit the girl. He hit the guy. What up, bro? It's not rolling. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not from out here. You not. What's up? You
what
good?
He do? He did a kiss.
Like he hit the girl with the He hit the other girl with the.
You got to kiss. That
he
nigga
hit the guy with
cheeks. That nigga kissed them cheeks.
He came. Bro. I said, "What up with you, bro?"
He went for the. Did he try to?
Like if I would have went up, he would have went up. But I turned down, so like, okay, I don't even know you.
Whenever I'm in Europe and people be doing that kissy shit. Whenever I'm in Europe and motherfuckers want to do that weird, I'm like, what the fuck?
Bro, I don't like when I be in the tropical places and them niggas, the bartenders and shit be too nice to your work. Like, yes, my lady, what can I get for the queen today? Like, bro, what's up with you, bro? I made this with love. Like, nigga, let me hit that motherfucker.
That shit is super fucking annoying too.
Like, why are you being so like, come on, bro, me lady. Don't call my work me lady.
Because you know that they know that American women find accents, even basic ass accents like dudes from England and shit, they find that shit so irresistible, and they're exercising their fucking superpower right then and there, and I don't like that.
Don't do that.
I'm trying to tempt my bitch.
It sounds like they was trying to get up on my sister in Jamaica.
Bro, the bartender, I'm like, what's up with you?
He had to take.
I had to fight the whole Jamaican trip to protect what's mine, because these motherfuckers is attacking.
You putting on your cake.
Like, come on, bruh.
It's different when you got the.
Yeah, let her get the massage, did it?
Yeah, they ain't touching nobody.
You want to let your girl get a massage from a dude?
Not the Jamaican massage.
Not the Jamaican massage, bro. You seen the videos? Them niggas.
They
was rubbing her down with the clay itself.
They're not gonna dagger her.
I know, I seen that. Yeah,
I don't know. We just, it's two different cups of tea. You
nah, the Jamaican massages is different. Yeah,
them niggas is horny, trying to grip the ass. It's not professional at all.
So Jamaican dudes are like the Asian women of massages, where it's like, you get a massage from an Asian woman, you're thinking in your head, there's a pretty good chance she's going to jerk you off. So an Asian guy is a pretty good, or a Jamaican guy is a pretty good chance that he's going to dagger with you while you're behind the
guys on the rafts are like compared to like them freaky ass trainers.
Yeah.
Are there freaky trainers though?
Come on, bro.
Personal trainer.
Why are you recording her ass cheeks from this angle? Like, what does that do for anybody?
Yeah, but you just don't need like an influencer trainer. You don't need a trainer who's going to take matters into his own hands and be trying to create content out of her doing lunges. I had a trainer
try to get my work, and it's like, you try to tell him, like, I know bro is trying to fuck you. No, he's not. I know he's trying to fuck you. No, he's not. He's just very nice. Like, all right, cool. Nigga, try some shit. He was trying to, you feel me?
Nah, niggas be on it that be trainers for sure.
Yeah, the trainers, you gotta watch out for them trainers, bro.
If I could be born and given another life, I would become a horny trainer. Like just like a dude who's like training but also trying to get laid. Like that sounds like
no, I need you to do this.
That's
come here,
creepy.
Grab the hips. You feel me?
That's
like
creepy.
Yeah,
don't
but in
do
a
that.
cool
Rapey.
way.
I mean, you're a horny podcaster.
I'm a horny podcaster, but I don't get to express it through the podcast enough.
Hey, you ever
you're
get a
winning.
massage? Am I the only one? Like, even when you know you're not at the happy ending spot and they roll you over and the bitch be cool and they
you're
start
wondering?
massaging the front, the sheet just start doing this on the bitch.
especially when they hit the
Many
little
times.
cover and throw that leg out.
Many times.
Many times.
When they throw that leg out.
It's like, damn, you finna grab it? What
For
you finna do?
the last couple years though, I've been basically getting massages from this big strong dude who comes to my crib
You
and does it.
fucking-
Yeah, I know I'm gay, but I mean, he just does it better than any masseuse that I've ever had before. And sometimes it'll be weird because like I'll be just like laying there, kind of like half asleep. and my mind will fucking flicker over to the plug talk that I did yesterday, and all of a sudden I find myself getting a boner, even though I'm getting massaged by a dude. And then I have to like intentionally try to think about like a cement wall or like a pile of dead rats or like whatever I can grab onto. Yeah, just anything to try to like get me out of the mindset. Because then I feel gay that I have a boner while a man is touching me, and I'm not really, you know, that just bothers me.
Does it feel gay when he got his meat by your head?
No, he doesn't do that.
No, because when he goes from the top to do this, you're like,
or when he pulling your waist.
Yeah. No,
the meat by the head is
you guys are
irritating.
getting a little carried away with
Bro,
this right
I'm
here.
It sound like the Jamaican massage.
No. That's like a corny ass white dude. He's not trying to get sexual.
But I'm just saying he ain't got to be sexual. It's like a bar.
Dude, it's uncomfortable being eye level with the meat.
Yeah, but my problem is that I could get a boner at any given time from anything because I'll just start thinking about the plug talk I shot the day before, and all of a sudden I'm sitting there doing an interview with a fucking chub, and I gotta fucking beat it back by like forcing myself to stop daydreaming about this thing.
Full chub or half chub?
Man, I might go full chub on him. Like I'm not even.
You're
like,
going full chub?
I'm telling you, I think my shit is like
going brick
overactive
mode.
sometimes, where it's just I'll be just bricked up, posted in the spot.
That's crazy. Mama Doug had you bricked up when she was flirting with you in here yesterday?
Nah, she didn't
Bricked
really.
up.
I got too much respect
nigga
for the
bricked
GDs.
up.
I could not do it, you know.
That was crazy. Yeah.
Yo, we got vlog footage of her. The second she laid eyes on me, she was just like, they didn't tell me you were so tall.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what to say. Like everything I can think of saying right now seems kind of disrespectful.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
no.
about to say. I'm about to say something.
Yeah,
Call me.
exactly.
They probably
I
gonna
feel like
take
you
it
can
as
say it. I don't want to say it.
I'll open my OnlyFans account with that.
With you and her? You think your girl would be understanding about that?
Shit, man, she has to understand.
But once again, she is not naked on her OnlyFans, which it seems like
So we're not gonna be naked.
See that, but that right there is why we should have
bought
bought the Mama Duck OnlyFans as soon as it came out, because then we wouldn't have had all these misled conversations on here where I thought that she really was busting it open on OnlyFans, and then like many months later, I figured out like, oh, she doing Bandman Kevo style financial advice on her OnlyFans.
I think at one point on her OnlyFans, I think she had other chicks not busting it open, but just like twerking and shit. Then she converted over to talking about.
Damn, that was
cases and shit
kind of
like
like the
that.
Crip Mac and Lupe model. Remember when he was like eating random ass on there? See, that's when the Crip Mac thing kind of reached its apex, when he was able to eat a random booty. He ate food out of a random ass on here, and it's like it was a thing, but it wasn't like, it didn't really shock the world the way that like most celebrities eating ass on camera would, you know?
That
Let me
boy
know
put
we
his
were.
whole, because it was so much ass, you don't know if he was even hitting. It was just like,
It was just a mountain, and people thought it was Lupe, but people really.
it was Lupe.
But if you know what's going on, it was like, no,
It's not
that
Lupe.
woman was
It's
like
not Lupe.
3-4 shades too dark to be Lupe, you know?
but just when you first just see it, you're like, oh no.
Yeah. Well, hey, as long as we're throwing around accusations,
That's the homegirl.
Crip Mac having a baby?
I can't see nobody.
Wait, you got a
eating
bitch
her
pregnant?
ass.
That's,
Damn.
that's what I'm hearing.
that new girl.
Homegirl.
I just heard Crip Max having a baby. Y'all ain't hear it, then I don't know.
The first I heard of
It's
it,
a
but
baby Crip Mac coming.
It's a baby Mac
It's a
attack.
baby Crip Mac on the way.
that
random
does make me a little
fan
worried. That makes me a little worried because
hood.
I see how volatile he can be in terms of the way that he deals with women. And I would hate to imagine that energy being brought to a child. But then I also see how loving he is with his cats. And
Bruh.
that makes me feel like, oh, well, maybe he'll
Bruh.
be.
Carfield.
A
You seen
woman
his new
and your
cat?
daughter is two different species.
What? Oh, a cat and a daughter?
A woman, a regular woman, and your daughter. I could say something to a bitch, and I can't even cuss at my daughter. Like I can't even like yell at my daughter because it's like when I see my daughter cry, it fucks me up. Like you get what I'm saying? Like I be trying like she just got in trouble, and I was scared to go talk to her. Like I was like, damn,
Fuck.
man, fuck. All right, I'll go up here, and I'm trying not to piss my baby off. This is my baby. It don't matter how big you are or not. You don't want to hurt them because you the only, like, I want to be the male figure that you always gonna love, so I can't really do nothing crazy. Like, even when I used to have to pop her when she was a kid, I just used to flick her hand. Like, I'm not, damn. I'm
Flick
not
it?
about to-
Do you flick?
I've yet to flick.
What have you done?
Nothing. That's always like a weird feeling when she even like does something bad. When you gotta like figure out like how serious you want to act like this is, what you want to say to her.
Yeah, it's
You don't-
crazy, right?
I don't really want to like yell at her because it's like
Exactly.
I've kind of like maybe
Oh,
only
because your baby ain't got no black in him.
Yo, is that different?
Yeah,
Flick,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
That
Yo,
baby
what?
You gotta flick them when they're black.
That baby gotta get
What?
popped.
My daughter
That
would
baby
grab
gets popped.
cups and turn them over.
Oh, yeah.
Just on purpose for
Yeah,
that.
but
And laugh.
she did a bit of that.
It's
She
wrong.
did a
laugh.
bit of that. But this is the thing: is if she does something bad and you scream, "Hey, what are you doing? What the fuck?" She's gonna start crying, and I feel like you've kind of you've bypassed doing anything positive to benefit the situation. Like, I kind of rely
I'm
on my
not
girl.
really with the screaming. You feel
Yeah,
me?
that's what I'm
I ain't
like,
really
yeah.
with the screaming. But like,
So what if
it,
you
like,
out somewhere and they do some crazy shit? You just gotta go up under the table and stop fucking playing.
But what
with the
is she
little
gonna
flick.
do as a 3-year-old to really like get me to
Eat
that
gum
place?
from up under the table.
Okay, that's pretty bad. But at the same time, like I don't know if like screaming at her is really gonna help that situation that much.
but a flick will.
No, flick will.
a flick.
Yeah.
But do you think they
But
remember
then
the
again,
flick? Are they
honestly,
terrified
I
of
think
the
it's you
flick?
like you got
Yeah.
like you got the
Yeah. They're
you got the
terrified of the
Caucasian
flick.
baby. They might listen a little bit more than the black kids.
Nah.
Is that really how you
don't
think this
listen.
works?
They listen less.
Do
Their
they?
parents
They
let them
run
run
over
wild.
y'all.
Yeah, their
run
parents
over
be
y'all.
just.
They run over y'all.
Y'all be having a hard time in the stores and shit.
Yeah, I have
you
a
never
hard
got your
time
ass
in
whipped
the
as a
store.
kid? Like, you was a stand in the corner nigga? Or like,
I did, but not like in public. They would wait till we got home and smack me around.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm ever gonna hit my
But
kid.
honestly, when my kid
But
just starts showing
never know.
out, like let's say we at dinner, she's showing out, I just
That's
pick
not
her
a
up.
hit.
I pick
See,
her up
you
and take her
talking about
outside.
Hit your kid.
I pick her up, take her outside. You know what I mean? If she
Yeah.
really tripping, I pick her up and take her outside away from
like
everything.
you're not
And we just gonna sit
beating
there.
no
We just gonna
fucking
sit
kid.
there.
It has
you
to
want
be
to trip?
something
We
crazy.
gonna sit here
Like,
till you
hold
done
on,
tripping.
like don't do that shit no more. Like hold on, like
Bruh.
you can't ever do that again. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you can never eat gum from up under the fucking table ever again.
But all the bad shit that she did early on in her life, like all the eating dog food and like taking the whole bowl of
she's
dog
still
food and
too
dumping it
young.
into the water and shit. She
Two
just
is still
but
too
she
young.
just stopped doing all that shit gradually, and I didn't have to fucking scream at her or like get super crazy about it because I don't know how much the flick or yelling at him is really gonna like
Flick
change
is
the
cool
behavior.
too.
You know,
Yeah, flick is cool. Like
I'm not saying the flick is bad.
I ain't
I'm not
gonna-
saying that.
Never-
I'm just
I've
saying,
never heard it
like,
proposed until now.
nobody's whooping their kids. That's nobody's doing that.
That's old school.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Motherfucker
I ain't
not
gonna
telling
lie.
you
I ain't
not
gonna
to
lie.
pedal
I
flick.
ain't gonna lie. I done one day we out. You know, I'm putting stuff in. I think we just got back from a flight.
Done
You
do
know,
that.
something crazy.
Yeah.
You feel me? And she run out into the streets, bro. Like
Yeah.
run out into the
yeah.
street. Like I'm taking the clothes in. I take her in the house. I come back out. I say, stand right there. You go back to the thing, and she run out into the street. What do you do then?
Yeah, I just wonder if like the
Nigga,
flick
heart racing.
is gonna be that much worse.
Because
or
now
more
I'm thinking,
effective
I
than
could
a
have, my
sternly
baby could have
worded
just been
talk.
dead.
Yeah, the flick is more effective.
I'm thinking my
I
baby
can
could
tell
have just
you
got
from
hit.
experience. I'm telling you from experience. When my mama used to get on my ass, I know you yell at me about something that ain't that serious, I'm gonna do it again.
I think just with black people
Like
and
you
shit.
over here yelling now, when you reach out and touch a nigga, I'm cool. And I'm telling my cousins like, hey bro, y'all gotta cool out on that shit, cause I'm the one getting my ass whooped, y'all not.
I feel like our parents had to be harder on us and shit. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
like
where
that.
it came from. Just so the motherfucker to make sure that the police and shit didn't get us one at a young age type shit. I
Yeah.
feel like that's where the beatings and shit came
Yeah.
from. And you know, they
That's
say
how
it's
it
on
be.
some slavery shit too. We used to getting beat, so it's like a psychological shit that's passed down where that's why, you know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
just because
deep.
it's
That shit
been
get
passed
deep.
down, I don't know if it's
I'm not saying
necessarily
it's right,
the most
but,
effective way
I
to
think it's
parent.
just something-
You know?
It's not the most effective way, it's just how we parent.
Okay, but this is how I always think of it: is like, let's say you got a 16-year-old boy, and he does
getting
some
his ass
really
whooped.
fucked up shit. Like,
Getting his ass whooped.
you know, he gets in trouble for some like real shit. Like,
Ain't gonna knock cuz out.
at that point, you're gonna smack him around like he's a
Yeah.
grown ass man, kind of.
Yeah.
16-year-old boy
Yeah.
is effective, but 16-year-old girl, you wouldn't hit her.
At all.
No.
Cut some shit off.
A lot of weird choices you're gonna
Cut
have to
some
make
shit
as a
off.
parent, man.
Yeah.
And it's all gonna be different.
As a boy, what? Man, stop playing with me.
Yeah.
Nigga. Yeah, for sure.
What if your son was I don't know. What if he was
GPS?
what if he was a stripper? What if he wanted to be a
That's
stripper?
okay.
He hits 18, he's in the strip club.
That's on him. That's on him. I swear to God, that's on him. You know what I mean?
But do you have to kind of? Are you going to remove yourself from his
Nah.
life to a certain extent, or are you going to be encouraging him and giving him advice about how to work at the strip club?
I mean, I don't have no advice for you working at the strip club.
Yeah,
I've
I don't
never
know the
did
game.
that before.
He
so,
do what he
you know
do,
what I mean?
bro.
Figure
I
it
don't-
out. But at the end of the day, nigga, I'm your dad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it would definitely be because he lived with his mom for his whole life. You know what I mean?
You don't think that the stripper in him could be cultivated while growing up around you?
My son unfortunately got to buy what the fuck is that word? She fucked up. Psychiatric fucked up.
Bipolar?
Bisexual?
Yeah, she's bipolar. She's buy everything. Buy me a blunt. Buy me a fucking bitch.
Hurry up and buy.
Yeah, hurry up and buy ass bitch. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, he's over there that when I do get him, you know what I mean, she hates that we have a bond.
Hey,
she wants me, not
Speaking
the kids.
of the strip club, if you want to put in some work at the strip club, you're going to want to holler at our people over at Mango RX. Make sure to use promo code ADAM22 at checkout for 22% off your first order at MangoRx.com. Mango RX makes products that help men go hard in the bedroom, not the bathroom. The bedroom. Mango combines tadalafil, the main ingredient in Cialis, with L-arginine and oxytocin, and in a rapidly dissolving tablet that tastes like mango for fast-acting results. Mango comes individually packaged so that you can be ready for fast-action results, whether you're at home or on the go. Mango RX's mission is to make America hard again. They have some epic merch available, like this hat at makeamericaHardAgain.com. And buying Mango is easy. All you have to do is go to MangoRx.com and complete a short/secure telemedicine visit, and Mango can be shipped discreetly straight to your door. At checkout, make sure to use promo code ADAM22 to get an extra 22% off your first order, and continue to visit MangoRx.com as the company is going to be putting out more innovative products in the very near future. So again, make every day hump day and go to MangoRx.com and use promo code ADAM22 to get an extra 22% off your first order. You and your shorty are gonna love it. There we go.
Mango. Make the mango.
Aaron Rodgers' season is officially over, but yours has just begun at MyBookie. NFL, college ball, and a brand new cash out system gives you the options that you need to bet and win all season long. The first two legs of your parlay hit, cash out early and place another bet, or let it ride for the chance at a bigger payday. Join us at MyBookie for an entire season filled with daily odds boost, same game parlays, and huge prize pool contests. Right now at MyBookie, they have a no strings attached cash bonus that lets you deposit and withdraw quick. Use the promo code NOJUMPER on your first deposit of $50 or more, and you can receive up to $200 in cash instantly credited to your MyBookie account. That's NOJUMPER. The password is NOJUMPER to claim your cash bonus now. You can bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie. How's everybody's life going? Let's get a little personal updates going before we crack into
this
another
bum ass bitch.
Wait, what?
See, that's what I'm saying.
What bitch we talking about?
That
your
was a great
bisexual
curve.
baby mama?
Yeah. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll cut it short.
I rescued you.
But I wanted to. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's what you did. So shout out to Adam. Go ahead. What did we do this week, fellas?
Shit, man. What did we do this week? I don't know. I mean, I keep having the same fucking week every week. When I'm really locked in the zone, it's like Monday through Friday, nonstop content. I'm in here 10 hours a day, and then Saturday, Sunday, I do absolutely nothing besides kick it with my kid and be on some chill shit. So I don't know. It's kind of like boring to talk about my life on here. I feel like once we have the store, everything is going to be a lot more exciting, which we are like a couple of weeks away from No Jumper being located right next to Desto Dub at 7669 Melrose over there. And it's
He's 7665.
Okay, 7665. I'm going to have to really get used to that. But I don't know. I'm just like excited that we're going to be able to be outside, even though it's going to be way different than it used to be, because it's going to be a lot more secure, and the way that we interact with the fans and everything is going to be a little bit more controlled, where we're probably going to not be for me at least, I don't know how much I'm going to be kicking it out on the street so much as being posted in the store.
We'll have great ways for them to interact, sound booths and
and the best thing about it is we're just gonna have so many artists and so many entertainers and so many influencers coming by. That's just gonna be like, every time you come by, it's gonna be like you gaining some type of content. Like I remember how it was when No Jumper was there. It was like it was a lot of content being made right there, whether it's somebody shooting a music video or maybe somebody's doing some and that was before TikTok.
menthol cigarettes.
That's
too.
before TikTok.
TikTok.
I was thinking about that.
YouTube
crazy.
was when was all of the content.
We didn't really understand the true value of short form content when we were on the blog back in the day because, yeah, like for a vlog, you need to get a lot of shit to hit like 10 minutes worth of content. But like every weird ass person that comes into the spot is going to be a TikTok waiting to happen. So I'm fucking hyped for that because there are so many strange subculture ass people in LA that are outside. I always see these like, what do you wear TikTokers like talking to some of the strangest fucking people I ever seen in my life, and I'm excited to kind of be back in the mix, even though I know it's going to be difficult for me to split my time between here and the store. And the other thing about it too is that like I've been taking my whole weekends to just be a family man. The weekends is when it's really cracking on the block, so that's
Saturdays.
That's going to be tricky.
You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. I make it. I try to go to the store like 3-4 times a week. You know what I mean? Like one of those days I stay there for a long period of time, a few hours. The other ones I'm probably there for like an hour and something, and then I dip.
I kind of imagine myself being in there more, but maybe I'm lying to myself. Either way, we're going to be making sure that we consistently have, people who are on the No Jumper team posted up and being able to like be a part of it aside from just the people who are working the register and shit like that. I think that's going to be really exciting.
It's actually going to be dope. That's why I was thinking how should I word what I wanted to say about the store, but it's going to be great. You know what I'm saying? You guys get to interact with the Brick Man, you get to interact with the Sharp, the Adam, Crip Mac from time to time, you know what I'm saying? Like, and really become like family with us, like, you know what I'm saying? So we could grow on and y'all could understand this. So y'all come out and we at this store, y'all seeing us in our kickback phase and our regular off camera, like learning, you know what I mean? Like it should be a great interaction for the fans. It's going to be a lot of bozo trolls though. You know what I'm saying? But
They're going to get handled.
we got the big security guys.
Oh, yeah. They're going to get smashed into smithereens. Yeah, we're going to keep the pepper spray on deck.
I got a cold security team though. I'm gonna start, but I don't want to put them on YouTube because I don't need them in the middle of my.
No, don't try to make your security
that's
famous.
What I said, yeah.
No, it's just
doing that.
all right now, like with the stores and stuff, for sure we're going to get sales. It's just really just the content, keep creating content, I want, like, when we get over there and y'all back over there, like, we get back to, like, the behind the scenes videos, you know what I mean? Like this happened on Melrose today, and I throw so many events, it'll literally just take somebody walking over there with a mic and a camera and they literally like, I just had French there last weekend.
Yeah.
Like literally, we had to share the same backyard.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, because like my perspective on it too is that like the year, like Q4, I don't know. It's really just in my head, but like the final quarter of the year just feels like the time to go so hard in terms of business and content and shit like that. Because towards the end of the year, like basically between like Thanksgiving and Christmas or Thanksgiving and the New Year, I find it very, very hard to get content done in the way that I normally want to because everybody's kind of lazy. They're staying home with their families. They're getting ready for Christmas. They're dealing with presents and all kinds of little family parties and stuff. And for me, obviously, emotionless, no soul, don't care about anything. I still want to be in here doing 3 fucking interviews a day. And especially because at the end of the year is when the YouTube rates are really good. So if you're going to like put out your best content, that is technically the time period where you're going to be making the most money.
Everybody chilling.
It makes sense. Yeah, and it just has the best ad rates in general. So that's like the time where it makes the most sense. So that's why I'm booking my calendar up like as if nothing is going to happen for that last month out of the year because I'm trying to just go so hard in the lead up to it and then still do whatever I can towards the end of the year. But it just gets real slow around that period of time. So you got to go extra hard to like plan shit out,
We finna go crazy for the whole year, you know what I'm saying? As far as me this weekend, I've been in the studio with Tay Savage and Reese all fucking weekend.
Yeah, he's becoming a real deal O'Blockian. Let's talk about
See,
it.
they were saying I was with the GDs, and now I'm in with the BDs, now I'm on O'Blockian. It's crazy. But,
Switch sider.
I think, I got some more to say about that too. But yeah, I've been just locked in with Reese and Tay. I think they're working on the album or some shit.
What is it like staying in the studio with them late at night? Like, what are they doing and shit in there? Because like they don't even, both of them don't smoke, right?
I don't even want to put my boy on blast, but Reese got the joints coming through for show.
Really?
Nigga cracked one in there. In front of air, almost in front of air. Yeah, Reese got the joints.
Did you say he
crazy.
cracked one in there? Like he was fucking a bitch in front of you?
No,
And
like
right outside.
Shut the
Exactly.
fuck. We don't need to know this about
Reese
the
is
Grim
going
Reaper.
crazy. The Grim Reaper is going crazy.
He probably doesn't want you to air that out, don't you think?
I don't know, but
I ain't gonna lie.
Reese
Every
going
time
crazy.
I'm with the O'Blockians, it's some shit going on. Them niggas, I'm telling you.
Some shit or
I'm
some
telling
bitches
you,
getting cracked?
Some bitches getting
Really?
cracked. I'm
Reese
talking
got 'em.
about, nigga.
Man,
before Dirk got with India.
When I picture
was
Myo
kids,
Blockians, I picture them being off too many X pills, so they're not able to get their dicks hard.
Nah,
That's good to know. That's not
Reese,
the case.
Reese sober. Reese
I
don't
ain't gonna
smoke.
lie.
Yeah, Reese
I think he
different,
drink
yeah.
a little bit, but he don't.
Yeah, he
do none of
drinks
that.
and dumps water on homeless people.
I ain't gonna lie. We fucked every bitch from every strip club 2015 to 2016. We was fucking them 4 at a time, 5 at a time, 3 at a time. Man, I'm telling you, it never 1 at a time.
Really?
Never once did I fuck one of the bitches 1-on-1.
So when you go to the strip club in LA, you can just have sex with these women?
Nah, they come into the house. This when I had the house in Porter Ranch. This when I was living in Porter Ranch. Dirk and them used to damn near live there with a nigga. And then they used to get like this Airbnb off Sunset. Like that was crazy too. So we used to be back and forth from
You telling me
Sunset
that
to-
you and Dirkio hit an Eiffel Tower?
This nigga be out here. Reese told me he met him hanging out with Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Where y'all know each other at from Chris Brown and shit.
Shit. I used to be with Chris like every day at one point. Remember I was down there and I was damn near living with him. You know what I mean? Like that was my boy.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm
type
saying? Like facts was facts. He taught me a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Being around Chris. But you know, everybody when they come to LA, Chris Brown got the party spot. So if you get that invite to Chris Brown house, like that's how you know what I'm saying, motherfucker.
But you're not on good terms with him anymore? I saw a clip. I don't think I watched it, but you said you and Chris Brown fell out and you don't really know why?
Yeah, I don't know why.
You just rubbed him the
We
wrong
did.
way at one point?
I guess. I don't know. I don't even know why. I can only blame it on drugs. And then when I see a nigga,
Your drugs or his drugs?
his,
Oh.
because I didn't spaz out and say no crazy shit. You get what I'm saying? So it goes from me being cool with him to one day. I don't know if maybe somebody from my section did something to him that I didn't know about. And he thought I
blamed
knew
you?
about it. Yeah, he thought I knew about it, but I didn't. And he was like, I guess unloading on me in text messages. I'm like, man, you got me fucked up. I'm not letting no singing nigga talk to me like that, like ever. Like, you get what I'm saying? And then I went to jail. I came home. I seen him. I asked him about it. I'm like, damn, bro, you blocked me on Instagram. Well, he like, nigga, I didn't block you. I'm like, bro, you did all type of gay shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, what's the deal? No security around, no nothing. Nigga, me, my girl, my little homie, he was with like 2 of his homeboys. He like, man, nigga, I love you, nigga. That's some Instagram shit. Like, nigga, that's goofy. Like, woo. I'm like, you the one that did it though. You talking about nigga, we real niggas and that's just some Instagram shit. I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever. Boom. So we made amends that night. He like, if you need me, whenever, you know what I'm saying? So I see him, we start popping out, he hanging out and shit. I text him, I'm like, shit, when you pop out, you know what I mean? Let me know, I'm gonna pull up on you. Nigga, I'm a grown ass man. Nigga, I don't got time to be hanging out with niggas and da-da-da. I'm like, bro, you acting like a nigga, man, like a nigga won't fuck you up. Woo, right? So I finally go on the interview and say something about it. Now he's sending pictures to a nigga and all type of shit. You want me to pull up to your house to fight you, nigga, so you can get a free kill? Like
This happened the other day?
No, this not the. This
But, like,
probably
recently?
like 8 months ago.
But he hit you up basically on some tough shit?
Yeah, I
Chris
got the
Brown
text
wanted to
message.
fade.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Just 'cause
Chris
you
Brown
told
wanted
the
to fade.
story?
But I was down. I ain't gonna say where because I ain't no low dropping nigga. I don't want to see nothing happen to him.
Yeah.
But I was down the street from his house though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coming to the house.
Yeah.
But
I
I
ain't gonna lie,
For
Britt. That
a
nigga
fact.
Chris Brown be hitting the backflips and all
Man,
that.
I wouldn't give a
Hey,
fuck.
that gonna be a
We not
crazy-
finna- This is a street fight, my boy.
But I realized that C Breezy was built different when I remember he was arguing with Quavo and he fucking dropped his address and then he posted the screenshots and didn't bother to black out his address. That's when I realized that he really didn't give a fuck and he got real security at his crib. So
And
he
you
got
could
real
Google his
security.
crib too.
Yeah,
You ain't-
Everybody know where he live at. But it's the only fucking house on that street.
I don't personally know,
But you can Google
I
it.
saw that address when he posted the
You
screenshots.
can
I was
Google
like-
it before
But
that.
most people wouldn't Google it. So you put it out on Instagram, like a lot of people are going to know your address that wouldn't
He
be
has
smart enough
yard
to Google
sales
it,
at
right?
his house and all type of shit.
Yeah, you're right. It's like
It's
a public
painted
attraction.
crazy and shit too, right? Just, ain't it painted crazy and shit?
Nah,
That's
it is-
Blueface
it's-
house,
it's-
all right.
Blueface
Yeah,
has
you
a
got
camo
art, you got
mansion.
art all on the inside.
No, on the inside, yeah, but no, the outside is a regular paint.
Regular, yeah.
That's one of the funniest things is that house that Blueface was shooting the Blue Girls Club in. Like when I went there, it was normal. and then he painted the whole thing like blue camouflage. And this is like in a cul-de-sac with like a bunch of other people who probably worked their whole life to own a house, not this nice multi-million-dollar home.
The block, right?
And then you have a blue camouflage mansion across the way, and you got Krishan Rock falling down off a fucking rocking chair and rolling down the hill. Like, I don't know, like that's just crazy. You make it in life, and then Blueface moves.
He rides jet skis in his pool.
Yeah,
in the back of the house.
Kind of says a lot.
To have cameras and shit out and see that the people across are like stars, it kind of makes you feel good, no matter if they're fucking ratchet stars.
Yeah, the question is like how much of the negative side of that you end up dealing with, because if it's just taking place there, but somebody got shot in his fucking driveway, I'm pretty sure at one point. So that's when you, as a person who has kids, who lives across the street, is like, I don't know about this. Yeah, but moving costs so much. Like, there's so many costs associated with it.
But it's just like, you running me out the neighborhood at this point.
Yeah.
I moved way out here for you to be shooting still. Like, I'm gone. Y'all don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah.
One thing we gotta say is free J-Mane. So I woke up this morning and I got a call from his baby mom, and she said J-Mane ass got locked up.
So you be talking to his baby mama? That's how deep you are into the Chicago shit? We might need to have a Chirac intervention with Remo.
Nah, this is the first time I talked to her though, but I get a DM, she said, hit me, J-Mane trying to holler at you, type shit. And you know, J-Mane be doing skits and troll. I'm thinking he trolling type shit. So we on the phone, and then I hear that this is Clayton County, you know, hit the one. So I'm like, all right, he really in jail type shit. So I guess he was on live yesterday, and he was riding through Atlanta and shit. And I think they charged him with some gun and some drugs or something.
They just pulled him over and found the weed and the strap.
I'm not. Yeah, I know he got pulled over, but it was on live. Like it's like a 10-minute video on live.
Even him getting arrested is on live.
Yeah,
you can't see him getting arrested, but you can see the cop saying, "Oh, we found." I think the cop said we found a significant amount of drugs that we can arrest him, or
some more than
weed or something. No, I think it might have just been weed, but he booked right now in Atlanta.
He in Clayco, they didn't tell him don't go to Clayton County?
He in Clayton County.
What is Clayton County like?
Clayton County is
That's the
like,
nice part?
No, fuck no. It's like it got like nice spots, but it's like a racist county. Like it's known to be a racist county. Even the black dude that was in charge over there was like Oreo, like didn't like do.
How you
like
call him Oreo? Like it's
like
1985.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, like for real, like
respect.
He was going hard on all that. He's in jail right now for like excessive force and all that shit. So he's in jail for knowingly in preaching that to the officers to use excessive force when the inmate is out of line or whatever the case is.
Really?
But it's Victor Hill. You can look him up. Clayton County just known for you getting a gang of time. Like motherfuckers don't know when you fly into the airport, that's not APD. That's they work at the airport, but you're in Clayton County. You do anything at that airport, you're going to Clayton County jail. They don't play with people. And Cobb County, also Douglas County. You know what I'm saying? You know, DeKalb and Fulton, the only two counties where you really can, you know what I mean? Like,
get away with a little bit of
something. You don't want to do nothing too much.
Well, I will say, though, that, like, nobody is married to their stick like J-Mane. Like, he was really not trying to let go of that thing when he came to do his first interview, and the security was trying to treat him like they treat everybody else and be like, yeah, we're going to hold on to that while you in the building. He was not going at all. So I'm assuming that it's got to be the same stick that made the trip to Atlanta, which I'm just wondering. I mean, I know people fly with the shit. I don't know the ins and outs, the technicalities of it. But J-Mane, I mean, he has like a degree of paranoia that I haven't really like seen from a lot of people.
I just realized 16 shot him dude too. I don't know if we talked about that, but he was here for an interview the other day and he would not come in here because he could not bring his strap.
This motherfucker came all the way out here and didn't get his interview in because he refused to let security hold his gun for 2 minutes or 2 hours. Like that was crazy because then I seen him on his story.
Somebody say that shit. I was here.
He gets on his story.
Somebody else came in.
He gets on his story and he starts talking about, I don't even know why I came here to LA. Like this was a waste of a trip. I'm thinking like, yeah, because you could have just left the shit in your trunk. Like, trust me, I got respect for 16 and I know that he's probably into it with people that we don't know about, but like, you're acting way more gangster than people we had on the spot. Like, if THF Bezu was able to come in here and do his interview and not have anything, like, and not be worried about nothing, why is 16 tripping so hard? Like, these is just,
he said,
we don't got nothing to worry about.
He said,
I had the same problem though. One of my first time when I
recall that as well. That's a good point. Yeah.
I call that.
But look, to everybody from Chicago or anybody we finna be booking, y'all not gonna be able to bring your guns in this bitch. So just from here on
Hey,
out,
man.
stop asking me. Y'all gotta leave that shit at home, leave that shit in the car, or Tone might take it from you, but it ain't happening.
Imagine Lil Kelpie had his shit on him, assuming he has some shit at any point in his life. But imagine he had some shit on him when Almighty did his little thing. That could have been a way different clip.
I don't think Kelby pulling it.
I don't know. But all I'm saying is that there's a reason why we want to have a certain level of understanding and respecting here. And
It's armed
realistically,
security here, man. You
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You in good hands. You come in here, you in good hands, man. You ain't got to worry about it. You get walked back to your car if need be, and you get your strap and get on. Man.
And also,
You know what I'm
if
saying?
we booking people, we pay attention to the schedule. We're not gonna be booking two people that got problems in the same day or any shit like that. So if you get booked in No Jumper, you could come here and feel safe. You don't gotta be feeling like, man, I gotta bring 10 niggas with me, and cause a lot of bro, you don't understand, the motherfuckers be hitting me. Hey, who finna be there that day? Nigga, Brick finna be. Niggas be. I'm telling you. So like, you good when you come up here.
but sometimes people do have mystery ops that we don't really know about.
Yeah,
so
we
that
can't
can be a
control,
little
but-
weird. Like we were trying to figure it
Squabble
out.
up.
Before
yeah, you got to squabble
Squabble up.
here.
before Bezu came in and it was like Reese had an interview the same day, and we're like literally on YouTube just because they haven't necessarily been around each other for a few years or whatever, and we're trying to like figure out like, okay, so they cool with, you know, because there's like certain people that they know might not be getting along and stuff, so we try to put the pieces together. They actually didn't even cross paths, but we were trying to like do the research and do the science to understand if that was going to be an issue or not.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's crazy how when we were Reese, we gotta do our research.
Yeah.
Then when we were J-Man, we gotta do our homework.
Hey, I seen a little clip when like the black dude socked the white boy on the live stream. What was that, Adam?
Jack.
What was that? You seen
Prom and
that?
Jack.
What was
Yeah.
that like? They beefing? What was that?
What was that?
Because
Prime?
he fired on him.
So
like,
Prom is
boom.
so
And I was like, why he fired on the
Prime
white
fires
boy?
this shit up.
yeah, all right.
Prime be trying to act gangster.
Prime be trying to turn up on these little streams.
Yeah.
Nah, but punching that one kid, what's his name?
Jack Dirty.
Punching Jack seems like it's become like a national hobby, and like anyone. That's the funny shit about when they're making that content is that they have to figure out how to punch somebody without the security getting in the way of it. So you got to really like shoot your shot.
Also, other people has punched him.
All right,
the
so
Island Boys.
all right, the Island.
We're interviewing them Friday.
Yeah, we got
The
an interview
Island
with
Boys
him.
are
Jack.
Yeah, my boy
This kid
Jack. We've been
Jack.
talking to him.
The
So all
famous
right, look, recently,
punch catcher.
FouseyTube recently went viral.
Can we see the clip or no?
Yeah, sure.
It's on IG too. Yeah, we can pull it up.
It's on the No Jumper Instagram.
Oh yeah, and let's not forget, I just did New York Fashion Week.
Come on,
that
man.
shit was
Yeah,
going.
I seen that. You
for
going
sure.
crazy.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I never seen fashion like that in my life.
We shouted you out on the news. We shouted you
yeah.
Go
out.
down a little more.
I did say, why did you let my brother wear that shit? Because they was talking about
little more.
fashion
It's like
police. I had to get.
Hey, that's the thing about
That's
New
my
York, bro.
brother.
Like they just you put
bro.
this with that with this, and it's like out here we put that shit on. You be like, this shit do not look right. They don't care about looking right.
I can't even remember what I was looking for. What am I
Jack,
looking for?
scroll down, you'll see it. Hold on.
I
Jack and
just wasn't
Prom.
feeling the boots with the leather
Oh
shorts
yeah.
and the vest. It was like,
All right, right there, I see it. Prom
It
sucker
was,
punches.
it,
There we
the
go,
vest
okay.
was hard though.
152,000 likes. So posting this kind of like stream content seems like a W.
That's why I
might
want.
have
That's
to-
why I want to know what was wrong.
gotta
with
tap
that.
in with the
Oh my God! Look how he totally sucker punched him and everything.
But why?
Yo, see?
Well, probably.
You're 25 minutes.
They called the cops, right? Oh, it's just a short little clip, huh? We probably got to block. Should we watch it again? We probably have to blur this for YouTube. Look at that. They zoom in on his hand.
That's how you know
My God, bro. And look how there's just like a big ass security guard like ready to go. Look how many filmers there are.
You're 25 minutes.
But like 3
That-
weeks before,
Yeah, 25.
Fousey slapped him in the face. So like my boy Jack,
Fousey slapped him?
Fousey slapped my boy
Yeah.
Jack in the face like 3 weeks right before he was
The
out.
day of the Island Boy shit.
Yeah, when he was in there with the Island Boys and shit, Fousey slapped Jack and he threw some water in his face and then he slapped him too.
That seems like an actual hellscape. You're locked in a mansion with a bunch of annoying ass TikTokers and streamers, and some of them are going to be trying to hit you for content, and everybody who's in there is basically just hanging out and just annoying each other and just shamelessly trying to think of a way to get some clout. And the only saving grace is that there's a security guard to make sure that you don't get like murdered on camera. If we did that, it would be a totally different landscape because everybody would just be sitting around smoking weed, getting retarded by themselves, and it would just
Probably get a dice game cracking.
Nah, I feel like if it was the gang of us in the house,
And we had a
it'd
goal,
go.
not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
okay, like we about
Like
to try to roll.
everybody-
But
Yeah.
all we do is bad stuff. All we're gonna do is like figure out how to get some lean, and then figure out how to get some strippers to come through. And it's like
Yeah.
these dudes. It doesn't really seem like much of an option. Like
But
they're
we
just,
can do different stuff.
We can play Madden.
but we never do. Yeah, you can play Madden exactly. It's boring. They're hitting
It's
each other. That's
boring.
good content.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's,
Or we could just have gloves.
Have
in
a
the
chef
house.
come through.
We have gloves in the house. That's still boring.
chef is okay, I guess, but it's not punching someone in the face.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying all around though. You got
So,
the chef in there
If
cooking.
you,
What y'all
if you
doing?
streaming and you punch somebody in the face, can you still monetize off of that?
I'm pretty sure they're on Kick, right?
Yeah, they're on Kick. So they're
I don't
on
think
Kick
that-
is like the
yeah.
platform where you get away with everything.
And Twitch is like Nazi Germany, where if you do anything, they're just gonna fucking exterminate you off the platform. Whereas Kick, you can get away with like seemingly almost anything.
Twitch is the Democrats, Kick is the Republicans.
Yeah, with
So where do
anti-free
you
speech.
you put the you can't put the clips on YouTube? It just have to be a short that you don't give a fuck about.
YouTube,
right?
you just
And
gotta
say-
censor everything. That's why all these clips we put out, we gotta fucking edit all these swears out and all this bullshit. Just like you gotta be careful. If anybody starts saying some crazy shit about the Holocaust, you gotta edit that out. Nick Fuentes, he got clipped. I don't know. It's just there's so many things you got to think about on YouTube because it's such a big money making machine. I mean, like you know that the actor Russell Brand.
Yeah.
So he got accused of rape and like fucking a 16-year-old or some shit like that. And so YouTube took all the advertisements off of his channel. It's not like he's gone to trial. It's not like there's charges. It's not like anything. But just because he's all of a sudden high profile, getting a shitload of attention for being accused of doing this shit, they took all the ads off his channel, which is kind of crazy to a lot of people because it's like, well, if you're going to have to suffer through these absurd consequences, shouldn't you have to be like found guilty or at least charged?
Yeah, at least charged.
But it does kind of make sense too because YouTube's just trying to make the advertisers happy. And if there's a Coca-Cola ad before a Russell Brand video, the number one thing that advertisers are going to say, or like people are going to post it up, people are
That
going to say,
Coca-Cola
why is Coca-Cola's ads being shown in front of this motherfucker's videos when he's a scumbag? And then YouTube is going to lose advertisers and it's going to affect all YouTubers. So YouTube is in a weird position where they kind of like have to be really, really tough on anybody who's going through a scandal, but then they quietly will give you your ads back once time goes by. I remember when the Nelk Boys got it because they were just hanging out during the social distancing era. They were just going to parties and shit, and they got their whole channel blacklisted, demonetized because of that.
YouTube hates Nelk though. They always fucking
crazy.
hate
They
Nelk.
always been hated.
But why we got this up here, this is something I do want to talk about because this was crazy to me. So a lot of people know about the Jacksonville scene. They damn near got like their own Chicago scene that's going on and shit.
Yeah.
But Fulio said that YK Osiris is the one who dropped NBA YoungBoy's location.
Yeah, let's play this clip because I didn't actually end up listening to it. Let's read
He
the
was full
description.
of shit, either to Jacksonville, and guess who else like new type shit, who sent us to like the room number, Osiris. Osiris, hey yo bro, Osiris sent one of my dogs the room numbers. He like, man, this the room, young boy. And I'm like, no, Osiris, what the fuck shit? Oh bro, he said the room number. He said one of my dogs the room number and the little holes up there too, so we already know the.
All right, so there's a story from like a few years back where
He was off.
Oh, yeah, there's not
he was
the list
off,
for it.
but he was there. Like he wasn't like trying to. I want to say he wasn't trying to do his job, some shit like that. But
wasn't there.
he was off. So bro went lying about the situation though. That whole video, that whole situation, that's a real situation. That shit old as hell though. But
Old as hell. I
that's
wonder how
y'all
long
fault
ago it
though.
was.
Y'all caused that shit, bro.
probably like 5-6 years back.
So why would Fulio have a problem with YoungBoy in the first place? I don't know if you have access to this information.
So Fulio and YoungBoy got into it because I think YoungBoy was saying I want to say he was saying Fulio, but he was saying it in some like he wasn't saying it to diss Fulio. They say it in Louisiana as like it's just a term out there.
Oh,
but
right.
Fulio thought that he was dissing him in the song when he said it. So Fulio pulled up to NBA YoungBoy hotel with like 20 niggas deep, but YoungBoy didn't come out the hotel. This is a story that if you know, you can YouTube it. It's out there, but he came outside the hotel looking for YoungBoy. YoungBoy and them never came out. But it's just crazy to see like all these years later that he got the low from YK Osiris.
Well, look at how not completist the No Jumper Instagram is, because now I have to go Google somebody else talking about what, because YK Osiris denied it.
Yeah, we have it.
Is it on the No Jumper page?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I just scrolled through all this shit. I didn't see it.
Go to outside.
Did we get paid for
How many
posting this
days
Money
ago?
Man thing? Because
No, that's just news.
I mean, this
also, Katy Perry just sold her catalog.
is this news? This seems like propaganda, if you would ask me. I'm not really sure why we're posting that stuff. Ever since Money Man got exposed for having fake Spotify listeners, that seems like we should be very skeptical about stuff that we're posting on his behalf. Because why would Money Man? Why would he be offered $40 million for his catalog?
That's why I think it's capped too.
Yeah, it's capped. So why are we posting it?
Yeah, I don't know. It was on the page. Though.
Yeah, no, Remo, you got
A lot of people were
a little bit more
it was-
discretion might be needed in that regard.
It was going viral. People saying so. I
don't think it's really going viral though. I think it's like planted content. Like that's not.
You
like,
think that
we got to have a
he's
little bit
getting
more
40
discretion.
million?
Huh?
You don't think he was offered $40 million?
For what?
Yeah, basically that's what he's
For
saying.
what?
He said, "Fuck no."
Like what the fuck are you talking?
He
How
has
could
a
anyone
fuck
believe
ton
that?
of music. That's why, and I don't know, not 40 million.
Bro, 40
million
million.
is tax.
Like we
Because
know
my-
artists who have gotten upwards of 40 million for their catalogs, and guess what? They're way bigger than
My
Money Man.
cousin just sold his catalog, and I know what he got, and I know that Ink's catalog is worth more than.
I would say
Money Man.
Kid Ink probably has more money to his, or more big hits to his name.
I be
Let's
chilling,
watch this.
drinking my margarita, and nigga wanna come up here and cap and get clickbaits. Man, leave me the fuck out of that, nigga. You know damn well ain't got nothing to do with that. Stand on your own, you a man, bruh. Stand on your own. I'm not with none of that, bruh.
Oh,
They ain't no real nigga shit. Why the hell you even talking like that on the internet? Like, nigga, like, what you got going on? Like, what you smoking, dope? Like, nigga, like, get on, bro. Like, get me out of that situation, bro. I don't get in niggas' beefs.
how
I never
scared
had
of
beef with
young
niggas.
boy
I don't
people are.
beef. Stand in your own lane, bro, and relax. Like, get me out of that shit, bro. You got people DMing me and
Get
talking
me
to
out
me
of
like
that shit.
nigga, I don't do none of that. I don't involve myself with that shit, nigga. Like, come on, bro. You violent. I be chilling.
I mean-
drinking my margarita.
All right, do we believe him? I tend to believe him. Like, why the fuck would he be dropping the location on Young Boy,
looks
including the
6
room
years
number?
ago.
I think he did.
Wait, 6 years ago? Why do you believe it?
6 years ago.
He from Jacksonville, and Fulio from Jacksonville.
Yes.
YK Osiris is? See, I'm totally out of the loop. I didn't even know he was from
but
Florida.
that's what I'm saying. So look,
Yeah.
Jacksonville got the drill scene going on, but YK Osiris singing. So like he a street nigga, but really people don't really know because he actually coming on some singing shit. But he looped in with a lot of, he from Jacksonville.
Wow, I didn't
So
know
that's
that.
why I
He
think it's
really
true.
looped in.
He looped him enough where he not the nigga, but his homies. Everybody knows somebody, so your entourage and shit gonna be hanging out with. You know what I'm saying? You know how I go.
That's crazy.
But this is years ago that this happened, and Fulio just is saying it now.
Just saying it
Yeah,
now.
he
That's
said
why I
this
really
shit
tripped me
old
out.
as
Like,
hell.
oh shit.
He just was telling the story that he just said it like Osiris said, like, nigga, why would he go on the lie just to put your name in the middle of the lie? He probably didn't even think he was putting you in the middle of no shit because didn't nothing happen. And they probably cool now or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So he just like, Osiris gave us the room number.
Now I remember the Fulio Youngboy thing, and that was fucking forever ago. So that's why I kind of thought that this was more recent because I didn't understand why new details would be emerging right now. But
Yeah.
that's fucking crazy.
And then it's like, Osiris is somebody now. He probably was a nobody back then. Of course, he gave nigga
Comparatively,
the
yeah.
low to fucking.
Or he probably was just
Jacksonville
like fanned out. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I just seen what's the name in the Penthouse Suite.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what?
I
Yeah,
think
bro,
it-
my bitch is over there right
Maybe
now.
nobody
That's
knew
crazy.
who he was
Maybe I
at
should
the
go and play
time.
a song for him.
Exactly.
Like, when did YK Osiris even crack off? Because I feel like it might have been
3-4 years. He's only been
Yeah.
around like 3-4. I was in jail.
I mean, I knew
I
about
came
him
home
in
and he was there.
2019.
He had
He
a
went
name in
viral. He
Jacksonville
went
a
viral
little
on
bit, so
Instagram
That's 4 years.
for that Cry song. He went viral on Instagram for that Cry song where he looked at like the little baby. You know what I mean? Like crying. And then after that, the song went viral, and then he started doing music.
That's
Yeah.
a quarterback.
You're sports oblivious like the way I am.
Somewhat, a little bit.
You're probably not as bad as me.
Not as bad.
I'm not a sports dude either, but
Hey.
I know somewhat of what's going on.
Does my bookie work in California?
I assume. I mean, I use it in California, so I assume everyone else is too, right?
We need to redact that.
No.
Okay, I was about to say,
Redacted
no,
nothing.
because I know I used to like have a gang of different sports ones that
Hell
didn't work.
tats,
You know what I'm saying? But
SRTs. You want to pull up with me? Drive the car fast, do the dash.
we
What do you? Oh, that's Sexy Red. Nice.
You see, Soldier Boy said he coming back to No Jumper.
Man,
Why it change all
what
like
was
that?
it? What provoked that? I forget.
All right, so I posted
oh,
a
his
clip
chain breaking. Yeah,
of his chain breaking, and he took offense to that, like you always do every time I post something on him. He got me blocked, and for some reason, I guess he said fuck no jumper and all that shit, but he said he gonna come holla at you.
Yeah, he said I'm gonna come do the interview. Man.
Yeah,
Keep
no.
my name
And
out
he's
your
been
mouth.
actually DMing me and talking about it like as if it's actually going to happen. So that's interesting because he acts like he's fucking Jeffrey Dahmer and he wants to just take me out of this world when he's talking shit on Instagram Live and shit. But apparently it's not that serious if he's actually talking about pulling up. So if another Soulja Boy interview did happen, that would be great. The question is how many people is this dude coming with, and what is it gonna look like, and is he gonna try to be on some Mr. Intimidating Soulja Boy shit? I don't know.
Some Birdman shit.
Yeah, I
Keep
know.
my name out your mouth.
Couldn't you see it?
Keep my name out your mouth.
Couldn't you imagine this all being a
We
lead
all
up to
gonna
a
do it. It's
stunt?
gonna, me, you, and Dub. We gonna
Popping
interview
after.
him.
Ah,
Man, but you already know he's gonna be like, nah, I want it to be just a one-on-one, just me and you.
that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't.
But I'm gonna be here
Yeah, you
as a
can.
fan.
I have
Nah.
Whack here. We gotta get Whack in him.
Oh yeah, they don't get along.
Nah, they
either.
cool, so it might be easier.
Oh yeah, why do
But
I
Whack
take
do.
up for dudes like that, dude?
Well, I mean, they're flying the
guess.
same flag, right?
Ain't Soulja Boy Pyru or Kanye? He from
I
Bompton.
mean, but he be doing like I don't know. I guess.
Soulja Boy from Bompton.
I
We gonna
I don't
find
wanna
out.
say nothing.
Nah, but you-
I don't really have a real problem with Soulja. It's just like
If
I
it's
don't like that
me,
this and
Whack,
that
and
shit.
Soulja Boy, Whack is gonna click up with Soulja Boy because he's just an op lover. He's just, as soon as they're together, he's just gonna be teamed up with him against me. I already know what that's gonna be like. So I now would like to redact that idea that I just had, but
yeah,
in theory, it's a good idea.
it might be a good idea. You handle it well.
Soulja Boy?
No, the whole time that you clown Whack while you guys are on your show.
Yeah, I
Just
be
make
trolling him.
look like a bozo.
But I mean, he did the amazing impersonation of you, and I felt bad for laughing because I'm like, I don't
Why
want
would you
Brick
feel
Baby
bad
to
for
feel,
laughing?
because he's doing the he's like doing this hilarious impersonation of you, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, if I laugh too hard, then Brick's gonna feel some type of way. He's gonna feel like I'm being
Bro, you
two-faced.
know, I'm a funny nigga, man. That shit is funny to me. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, at the end of the day, Whack, do you see the shit that you be having on and how you like? Come on, gang. Like, when you talking about who's more likable in this world? Like, who do kids want to be like? Nigga, Whack or Brick Baby? Like, come on, my dude. Let's
Yeah.
be real.
You not fucking with Wax Fashion?
I'm not, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You got to let the young people be, oh, he might as well throw a suit on every day. You know what I mean? Or something. It might work better. He done came in here, clowned out. I remember he has the red paisley pants on with the little red rag shit, man.
That's
shit
not it.
It was not it. Even not because it was red. It was just like, come on, man.
He had the Dior ones.
But
in
he'll
there.
have, that's what I'm saying. He'll have like some fly shoes. You can tell he trying to look young, but the outfit would be bunk. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, nobody's trying to dress like Whack. Nobody's trying to be like Whack. Like, come on, my boy.
fuck
Like,
with
let's
Whack,
be
man.
real. You do what you do on the internet. You do your thing. I have no problems with Whack like that. Like, I keep telling motherfuckers, like, we 3-4 generations apart with this game banging, bro. What you believe in and what I believe in, two different lifestyles.
If
my
the
man.
Whack and Brick sit down happen, that'd be insane, right?
I mean, every person that comes on this podcast, you just like, they relate to a certain segment of the audience. Let's be real. A large segment of the No Jumper fan base is on Percocets. So Brick Baby appeals to them to a certain extent. A large percentage of them are smoking cigarettes and blunts back to back throughout the day. And you can just imagine that. I feel like you speak to a lot of the audience out there the same way that when we used to have a certain obese Mexican guy on here, I mean, probably he spoke to a large percentage of the audience too. And it's like, you know, like the more diverse your crew can be, the more you can appeal to different people. There are a lot of people out there who, when they wake up in the morning, they can't see their dick. And some people left this podcast who realistically haven't seen their dick in the last few years. And that probably appealed to a bunch of other fat ass motherfuckers who are at home watching, right?
That's
Like, I
crazy,
mean, that's just how it goes.
Man.
Every show,
Jesus
every show in New York.
I said I wouldn't. I said I wouldn't. I said it was going to be done.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Every show in New York, you and that motherfucker standing, it's doom, doom, then you start. Niggas just start walking out of that motherfucker.
What
I'm
you
like,
talking about at the fashion week?
Yeah, bro. I'm talking about
was-
every time you go to like a real fire one. Like I went to Victoria's Secret shit.
Really?
That shit was going up. They had like a pregnant DJ.
Were you posting Tommy Hilfiger content? Because I noticed a shitload of rappers posting up, tagging Tommy
I wasn't
Hilfiger.
at Tommy.
I'm
I
like,
wasn't at
what do you
Tommy.
got to do
Well,
to
I
get on
thought
this
it-
list?
Yeah, I wasn't Tommy. I went to a few other ones, but I wasn't
But
Tommy.
did you feel kind of weird in that environment? Because, you know, all things considered, you're probably one of the least zesty people in the fucking area because there's just so much straight up tree taking place on that in that world. Like I'm seeing so many people with gigantic fur boots looking like Roblox characters and looking like they in Minecraft and shit. And I'm just like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you fucking weirdos? Like, there's just so much
that's
zesty
because-
disciple behavior going on at Fashion Week. Talk to me about how you felt when you were really in the middle of it. Were you afraid
See,
that you were going to get AIDS through osmosis or anything?
No, like the first night it was like going there, you were like, whoa, like I'm not trying to go through that though. Like this shit is getting a little bit too much. But then you like with your homie and shit and everything cool. So you like, okay, maybe this shit is cool, but then it's like it's just getting a little bit too strange. But then after like the second night, you realize like all of these motherfuckers probably do some shit that's probably like real big. Like we're standing in line to get into like one of these, I think it was like Vogue or something, and they had to wait because they was filming something. And I'm like standing between like it's like a guy, that's a girl right here, and then it's like me and my people. Then it's like another like two girls, and then like another guy. You know what I mean? And you like standing between them, but like all of them like, oh yeah, I run this account. It's like 2 million followers on that motherfucker. And you like, oh, this person is a fucking big ass model, even though it's a him.
Yeah.
But he damn near is shitting on all of them
For sure.
because he has to try harder.
Yeah.
You know, so you just really looking at it, and I make money
When they
off
come to
of
putting it on.
I'm
When
like,
they come to
this
put
shit
it
is
on,
crazy.
yeah.
How is he shitting on y'all?
And he's not even one of y'all.
And that's New York. I mean, that's Fashion Week. You know, you seeing people mixing shit, you know, and you just got to think like in LA, and it's 90% of the people that make clothes or got a brand. You're doing it to make money. Say hustle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's where you buy this, you sell it, you make money.
Yeah.
Out there, they not doing it as a hustle. You know, some people have brands they don't even want to make money
shit.
off of.
To them, wearing Rick Owens and looking like a fruitcake is a fucking passion. Like, that's what they were born to do. Like, I was born to be in this party wearing these big furry boots looking like a cartoon character.
That's the uniform for what they do.
Right.
You know, they're not born for that look, but that look is the uniform for the world that they in. So you'll see a girl with some cowboy boots, big ass nose ring, 2 belt buckles on, fur top, skirt, you know, but she's an influencer / she has her own brand where she's selling all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So that's her uniform. If you see somebody in some crazy shit, 90% they made it or they a part of it. You know, or they're stylists that's trying to get you to see if you like the way they dress. So if you don't like the way they dress, cool, but just take it for what it is. You know what I mean? You can mix that with that you probably never seen.
Yeah.
You know, so it's really just, for me, it's just like you can really mix a lot of shit that we don't think will mix. Like, you just gotta, like, it was crazy.
But I noticed that you came back like 1% zestier than you left because you got your fingernails painted now, not fully painted, but you got a design on 2 of your fingernails.
I seen
Is
that
this
when
the
you
lead
passed
up
me the blunt.
to something zestier?
It's just how you look at it, bro. It's really just how you look
Hold
at
it
it.
up, let him see
Like,
it.
See,
like,
look,
it's just
did you-
details. It's just
you got some
details. You know what I
You
mean?
do the details because you knew you was gonna be with those type of people this weekend, and you could. Get
Well,
away
when
with
I
it.
first did the detail, it was because I was going to New York Fashion Week.
I gotta get a little I got my cardi on.
You know, I gotta be in my little
Yeah.
fashion shit. So I had like the New York Fashion Week on my nails. You know what I mean? You know, and then I had like I brought all my Ricks out. I
Yeah.
brought all my oversized moon
you
boots and
was in
shit.
boots. You was booted out there.
So you
Yeah.
felt like as long as I'm in this environment, I gotta I can't be full Cardi with it, but I gotta be at least 5-10% Opium Records with it. Like, you gotta start creeping into the zest world that it now exists.
It's just once you get in there, like, first of all, you're going there as a sponge. You're not going there. You're going there as a sponge, but at the end of the day, too, you're your own entity too, because other people are sponges off of you.
Fuck, you're making me want to
I
go.
fuck with that
Sounds fun.
snowsuit. I fuck with the snowsuit. I fuck with the corduroy look.
Yup.
These are new things you have
These are
coming
all
out?
new stuff that's coming out. So I went there for the fashion show to display what's new coming out. But the best thing about going to all these events is you just see different ways to freak shit. And it's like with me being a business owner, a lot of time you don't tap into like the real fashion of it. I'm looking at like, okay, what Jordans is coming out? What color sold better last year around this time? What was my #1 hitter so I can re-release it around Christmas? I'm more on numbers and analytics. So going to New York Fashion Week, it put me more into the art and the fashion of it. You know what I mean? And just seeing how a lot of these people go about fashion differently. LA, we trying to make money. Some people are not trying to make money. They're trying to make one-on-one pieces so a big brand can pick them up and they design for them. They have no in their mind of wanting to create a brand with pieces and sell. No, they want to work for a big brand. And I'm like, dang, I never thought of it like that. Like, you don't even want to start your own brand. You want to work for one of these brands.
That's why Kanye put in all that work, and then remember he went and became an intern for, who was it, Fendi back in the day? Like, because he realized that there's a whole level of work that he's not going to gain like an understanding of how these fashion houses work unless he actually gets his hands dirty and gets in there. And honestly, like, even when I was listening to Act the other day and he was talking about his Lil Act career, which always kind of stood out to me as like something that didn't seem like it really went terribly well for him when he was putting out music and stuff, you know? He only put out a couple of videos and then he stopped. But when he was talking about it and he said, I was doing it to learn the music game, then it kind of made sense to me. It's like, well, if I actually went through the process of like actually uploading a song to these distro platforms and seeing how the money works and all that stuff, then it probably would give you like more of a first person understanding of what it's like to drop records, even if it's not really like your passion or something you plan on going hard with long term.
You bumping the gun out there? He was out at Fashion Week too.
Yeah, he was out there. He was outside.
You seen him?
Yeah.
How was that?
Shit, it was regular. You know, that's the thing about it, bro. Like, it's different. You know, like, like I said, you going to New York and you going there for fashion. The fashion motherfuckers don't give a fuck about what's going on in the court building. They don't give a fuck about what's going on in Atlanta. They don't give a fuck about anything. They give a fuck about fashion and music.
Really?
You know what I mean?
So you could fuck with an op out there because it doesn't matter.
I'm saying out there, I could see, like, he sold out the Garden. Didn't he sell out? What did he sell out?
I think he halfway.
Barclays.
Yeah, I don't
How
think
many,
he
what's
fully
the
sold it out.
capacity
I
of
think
that?
they cornered it up.
What's the capacity of that?
Because they could have the whole
it was
thing
like,
and it was half.
It was
I
like
think it was
17,000 people there.
That's huge.
It was
Let me fact check it.
I didn't really even go to like no
half.
fashion shows.
It wasn't half.
If you get 20,000
they cut out the
people
back behind the stage, though,
right? If you get 20,000 people or whatever in hip hop,
17,000 is crazy.
It's huge.
That's crazy.
Huge artists play shows to 2,000 people out.
How many people is it?
I gotta find it. But nah, he did his shit though. It was still a lot of people there for.
Bro, I keep explaining to people, we are the 1% of America. People that believe in not snitching and not calling the police, we probably equal 2%.
The gangsters are just overrepresented in the media the same way where if you like, all right, people make an error where they will pay attention to rap and they see all these young drill rappers and shit and they'll be like, well, kids these days just want to smoke an op and rah, rah, rah. It's like you are talking about a relatively small percentage of like the average 20-year-old in America. They're just massively overrepresented in hip hop because that's the tiny percentage of outliers that people pay attention to because it's more interested to pay attention to somebody who's on some super gangster shit than somebody who's on some like normal ass wanting to be a TikToker kid. But like a huge percentage of kids these days just want to be on some business shit, some influencer shit, some YouTube content creator type shit.
That's all they want to do.
Whereas free shit, get some money, be good.
When we were younger, it was a lot more normal, or there was like less shit to choose from in terms of who you looked up to. So looking up to a street dude or whatever, obviously this applies more to you guys than me, but that shit just seemed like more of a normal way to go about things rather than these days.
We didn't have fucking social media to see that people actually our age are living life and getting money at like, that's what I was telling people, like in the South, they preach get money from a young age, whether you selling waters, you selling you some weed, you selling some trap house. They don't really preach violence, protect yourself, but they don't really teach like go slide on this dude, go for no reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Out here, it's like rob a bank, rob the jewelry store, rob these niggas when they come in town, go rob a house.
Ass.
Yeah, go
But
rob
I still
a
feel
house.
like there's a shitload of like 16-year-old kids in Compton who are watching KSI. And
Oh,
they're
no, I'm talking
watching
about when we were
Jack
kids.
Doherty. Yeah, but these days, I feel like
now it's not.
Oh,
yeah,
these days,
you have
bro.
kids who want to get in the streets, but you also have a lot of kids who are like, oh, I want to paint my nails and be like Cardi, or I want to be like Logan Paul or whatever, just because they see that shit.
Or I want to be like Beckham Jr. You know what I mean? Every kid want to be like that guy.
Yeah. A motherfucker, the kids, they got a whole lot more to look up to. Like, they know that if they learn how to speak and whatever, they can actually upload content from their own phone and do whatever they can do, sell whatever brand they want to do. Like, it's like a whole new world where kids are like not even thinking about college. Some kids are not even thinking going to college anymore because college builds you up to be a worker.
Yeah.
Like, when you complete college, like, you're ready to work for somebody.
That's
You know
why
what I'm
I
saying?
always think about that. Like, how the fuck am I going to convince my kid to go to college when everybody that she's going to be around is like rappers and fashion people?
gonna-
She going to be looking at a Desto Dub, even if she's at the point in her life where she's like, my dad is lame. I don't want to, my dad a YouTuber or whatever. That's lame. She's going to be looking at a Desto Dub or whoever and just being like, oh, like the cool thing to do is to start your own business and try to like push your own movement. Now, not every kid is going to fall in line with that. But it's just going to be kind of hard to be like, no, what you need to do is you need to go to law school for 8 years. And then at the end of it, you're going to make like basically a regular ass amount of money. Like, it's got to be kind of hard to tell a kid that because you're basically lying to them if you want to push them in that direction. You know?
are.
I'll have my kid work for me, and you go to school to learn the business.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't
go
want to
school.
coddle them too much, though.
But you can, it's so many courses where you can learn business. You can cut straight to the point now. It's like, what? We don't have to go take all these classes and major in this where they feed you the information little by little over a course of 4 years when you can go directly to somebody who's selling a course on this and get it out the way in 6 weeks. 6 to 12 weeks now. You get what I'm saying? Like, the world's getting simple. Like,
I always didn't
You
go
can
to
do
college. I
whatever.
didn't go to college or didn't even really think about college because I knew it was expensive and my parents couldn't afford it. Like, that's one thing I knew. But do people who parents can afford it, and don't they want to go to college for the experience?
Nah, I went to
Some.
college for the experience type shit, but I dropped out.
Like, yeah, but you still, like, you know
Yeah,
what I
it was
mean?
for
Like,
the experience. Even though I got student loans, my parents ain't pay for it.
But if you're smart, you look at college and you say, and like, especially if your parents have enough money that they could afford to send you to college, you're looking at it, you say, well, I'm going to be able to meet a shitload of people, meet a fucking million girls at the prime whore part of their life.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
was
wanted
really
to go
about.
to college for the experience.
What?
Like, I was try to pass the classes to stay at this dorm away from these motherfuckers with my own apartment, my own car, a whole school of grown motherfuckers. I got my own business rolling. Like, fuck whatever I'm trying to graduate to become. I want to go there for that experience, let alone. But I couldn't afford it, so I'm
I
thinking
got
like,
kicked out, and I still used to be getting ran off campus by the police. Nigga, I stayed at Clark for like 4 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, after I
Like,
got
college
kicked
is
out,
fun.
I
I
was
used to
still
go to
there.
people
Like,
colleges.
school finna start back. I'm about to be on the strip. I'm
Hanging
out
out
here.
with-
What?
I
Like,
was
I
the
got
same
a bitch
way.
that live in the comments still. I got a bitch. It's so many bitches right there. It's like, you try to go live in Atlanta outside of the college, it'd be boring. It's like, as a kid, when you know what's going on over there right now, like, I'm about to go get drunk and go, I'm about to be on the strip.
the homecomings,
Something happens when you leave college, or if you don't go to college when you leave high school or whatever, where you realize that college or high school are the time period where all of these people are mixing and mingling, and it doesn't really happen later in your life. Because
Ever.
especially when I look back at high school, it's like, I was this scumbag BMX dude, but I'd be sitting next to hot ass like girls that were like the cool popular girls in school, and would actually be able to have a conversation with them. And then all of a sudden you leave school and it's like the class that you're in gets like solidified, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're a ratty ass BMX kid. You're just not going to be in places where you're going to be having conversations with
at
these
all.
girls who come from
Ever
rich
again.
families.
Ever
and shit.
again.
But
Ever
school is very democratized in that way, and it kind of all goes away after, but you don't understand how good you got it while you're in that moment.
Yeah, you don't.
You have that's the biggest network. So even after that, you don't know how to network. You don't go to no mixers. it's literally a mixer every day.
That's what I was trying to preach to my kids and to my nephews and shit that's going to college. Like, you're gonna miss out on the time of your life trying to veer away from college. Like,
But then the problem is that you also have to do all this extremely difficult schoolwork while you're in there. It's like the hardest shit because it's like that was my experience in college. Is like high school was so easy in comparison to college. All of a sudden, they're actually treating you like they really want to turn you into a smart ass person that's able to get a job. Whereas in high school, it's kind of like whatever, like do an okay job and we're gonna let you slide through. You know?
Yeah. Then they talking about type 30 pages on this subject. You
Man,
like how many pages? Like, did you just tell me that with a straight face? At
But
30
nowadays,
page? Like,
Chat GPT and shit.
But now they calling
I
that
was
shit
cheating
out.
so much in college. I don't think it's the same as it used to be, but man, I was cheating
They
nonstop
calling
in
that
that
shit
bitch.
out now.
Yeah.
That Chat GPT shit. They starting to. I don't know what it was, but they starting to have some software to where they can see if it was generated by AI.
Oh yeah,
Because imagine school nowadays, like, nigga, everybody got a calculator on your
high school's
iPhone.
a breeze.
Come
I
on,
know
bro.
you could beat the high
well,
school.
Chat
but you
GPT
gotta-
is a calculator for like the written word, you know, like the same way that once you kind of like once you learn to do long division and then you get a calculator, like, well, why the fuck am I going to do long division again when I could just put it into this calculator?
Yeah.
But like, that's like, honestly, my thing that I fucked up when I was in college is that I was too much of a grown up already, even though I was like 19 or 20, because I was doing credit card fraud all the fucking time because I was trying to get money. And then on the weekends, I would just
Let's
leave
go.
and I would either be going to like hardcore shows and stuff with my friends, hanging out with girls, or I'd be going on BMX trips and like just being off riding in Florida and shit over the course of like a week that I would take off from school. And when I look at that now, I'm like, you totally like missed out on the college experience. You should have been going to those college parties and hanging out with all those girls and stuff. I kind of missed out on it because I was like in such a hurry to grow up and start having my own money and shit. You know?
Nah, my college shit was kind of lit. I ain't gonna lie. I was making a lot of money. I was flipping weed my whole college.
That's why it fucked me up. I got kicked out. I got caught with all them pounds on campus. I did the same shit, but it was like I was trying to be too grown. Like I was kicking it with the BMF dudes on the weekend. So it was like, okay, I'm at college, but I'm like a part of this whole underworld of Atlanta where like I'm the young nigga that everybody loves. Like I'm popping up to Club Miami, Magic City. We going to all the clubs, like everything. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I'm living a rapper lifestyle on the weekend and I'm coming back to school and I'm trying to sell sacks so I could keep up for the next weekend. Like I want to throw my own money. I don't want to, you know what I mean?
See, my
like,
thing was I was going to school. I was going to an HBCU, which is Jackson State. But I was making a lot of my money at Ole Miss, which is the college, the white.
That's just how Tech is. Tech and Georgia State is right around the corner.
See, mine's like 2-3 hour trips. So I go out there, make my money on the weekend, but it'd be crazy because I'll be at Jackson State going to school. I'll sign my name and leave. We have foreign teachers and shit. But like a lot of my money I was making would be at Ole Miss. Ole Miss like one of the most like #1 party schools in college, and so it was like crazy if you Google some Ole Miss shit.
That'd be like the Statesboro of Georgia. You go to what is it, Southern? It's something Southern right there. I don't
You guys
know the
talking
name.
that HBCU talk of shit that I don't understand? Like,
No, some of it, no. We're at HBCUs, but we're saying we're dealing with the big colleges, like to go get the money. Like we're going to Georgia Tech. I'm going like the Georgia Tech. They got the Georgia Tech dudes buying weed. The Georgia State's right here, right around the corner. They buying weed because they got more money and their school's way
I'm
bigger.
going to the black school, but I'm going to the white school to sell my weed. Type shit.
well, which
Their
one is
school's
buying
way
more?
bigger.
The white school.
But why are you going to the black school? Just because you got no other choice? You got to
Because
hit
that's the
both.
school he attends.
That's the school I attended. Like I'll tell you some real shit. All right, so I moved to Mississippi, and when I moved to Mississippi, my dad, I wanted to go to Ole Miss because it was the #1 party school and shit.
Yeah.
But my dumb ass, I ain't peeped that they had a colonel or rebel on the fucking mascot. At the time, it was like a fucking, if you look up the Ole Miss mascot or whatever, it's like a colonel. My dad seen that shit, he like, hell nah, you ain't finna go to Ole Miss. So he sent my ass to Jackson State. All my homies and everybody, they went to Ole Miss. Like 3 of my homies went to Jackson State with me and shit. But I really,
Your dad was exaggerating how racist it might be?
it is racist, but
it
he
is?
definitely, it's not as racist as it used to be, but he from New York. So when he seen that, it was a red flag in his head that instantly went off. So like he turned me down like,
I
look,
ain't finna send my kid down there
what?
far away from home.
Where I
type
ain't really
shit.
know this
Yeah.
Mississippi shit. So he kind of like, if you do good at Jackson State, you could go over there. But I fucked off at Jackson State. I ain't do shit, so I ended up just dropping
this
out.
is steps towards Remo not being an NPC to the audience because they don't really like they see him on a lot of interviews and shit, but they don't really like know that much
where
about
he
him. So
came
now they're
from.
starting to be able to maybe put the pieces together.
What I try to do is
Did you just cuz us?
what I try to do is I'm more of a like I like the interviews. I'm not a commentator. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm more like I ain't really just here. Like I do the podcast shit when you tell me come fuck with it, but like more so I'd rather do like the interviews and shit and really not make it about me.
No,
but I open up a little bit type
No,
shit.
there's too many podcasters that wanted to just be all about them and like, ooh, this week we're going to talk about how I don't like this person, and this week we're going to talk about how this person doesn't like me, and it's like. That's boring at a certain point, and if you can make it so that you're actually talking about real shit that's going on, that'll be more attractive to people, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. That's my aim with it.
That's why I stopped going back and forth. That shit is boring. That
Back
shit
and
is
fifth?
like, going back and fifth.
Anytime
back and
someone
sixth,
says
nigga,
back
where
and
I'm
forth,
from.
my brain says back and fifth, back on fifth. Like I've just been around Crip Mac too much that it's just I can't get that out of my head.
Back in sixth. You know what I'm saying? But nah.
I'm gonna switch to that.
What was I about to say? Damn, you cut me off talking
bad, my
about Crip
bad.
Mac. You did the Crip Mac.
I did the guy Crip Mac to you.
Match you.
Yeah, man.
I got the Mama Duck vibe going. I
Oh
keep
no, I
smelling the weed.
stopped
Let me hit
going
that
back
shit.
at six. I stopped going back at six with people on the internet because it's like I want to be bigger in this space. I don't want to be the beef dude.
Right, but
don't wanna-
you right away when they told you like, oh look, Academics talked about you on stream, and there's
Who
a clip
wasn't
on the
gonna get that
Academics
clout?
page about you. You were kind of like, ooh, all right,
Who's
get
dropping
some
that
Academics
clout?
clout because
who's dropping that
let's be
clout?
real.
Let's be real. Hey, I'm here. What the fuck are you
It might
talking
not
about?
seem like a big deal because you're already like in this world and shit, but it's like if you basically have like the biggest or one of the biggest hip hop
We can
commentators
argue.
and he's doing a 20-minute clip on his podcast talking shit about you. I mean, it's not like he's saying anything about you that you don't know. Like what? I'm a fucking gang member that I got, my eyes are closed half the time because I'm fucked up. Like none of the disses matter. The attention though is like, you can't ignore that. Like
Nah.
realistically, that's
Yeah,
a
like,
good way to get in
why
the
would
game.
I fucking not respond to Academics? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's letting that clout sit right there?
Yeah, why not? But
Yeah,
but he
why not?
realized accurately that like, oh shit, me
I
doing
gave him
20
too
minutes
much
on
clout.
stream
Yeah.
talking about Brick Baby is probably better for Brick Baby than it is
was
for
for
him
him.
filling
Yeah.
20 minutes on stream, which is like you could spend 20 minutes talking about anything at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta stall him out because he said he's trying to come up here, man. He said you gotta stall him out.
Here. We gonna introduce ourselves to each other, bro. This shit is YouTube, man. I'm not trying to go to jail. I'm not trying to go to jail, bro. You're not trying to do what you trying to do either. You was feeling yourself. You big act. You got the money. You got the security. We get it.
No, you
I
trying
got it
not
too.
to get Lil Boomed
I
because you
got
might
it.
get boomed as soon as Lil Boom lays eyes on you.
Lil Boom DM me
Did he?
on some friendly shit.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even tell y'all that. I don't even
I
know
don't know.
who he was till.
That's kind of
Recently.
like if Brick Baby is to Adam and 22, what Lil Boom might be to Academics. Except,
Oh.
I don't want to put you on that because I feel like none of us would even know about Lil Boom if it wasn't for Act. Realistically, no offense to Lil Boom, but he
More
will
like the
He
will
Remo
boom
Adam
you.
shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he hit me. He hit me. In my DM, it wasn't nothing crazy. He was like, "Hey, bro, whoop, whoop," like basically like tap in.
He said he was gonna boom you.
Nah, I don't. Now that you say he is who he is, I don't think I want to say what.
You done
Matter of fact,
touched it.
Let's go ahead.
Shout out my boy Boom.
Shout out.
Boom, boom, boom.
His boom ain't that type of boom though. Lil Boom, he on some anime shit.
He ain't
chillin'.
booming shit.
Nah, he ain't booming shit.
Damn, he got a boom son if he wants my
Mr.
respect.
Bombastic.
But yo, we got to talk about Flacco, who has decided to make Vlad his op of the week. That was actually my plan for today, was to have Flacco come in so I could reprimand him. But basically, Flacco had a tweet where he was talking about how Vlad was trying to get him fired from his job at No Jumper, which I responded and I said, what are you talking about? Like, that never happened. But the truth is that I did have a conversation with Vlad about a conversation with Vlad about Flacco, but it was just kind of like Wack being like, or excuse me, Vlad being like, why is this dude Flacco who works for you saying all this crazy shit about me? But I don't know, I guess like Flacco has decided to make this his mission to just like go at Vlad, even though they were supposed to have squashed it. Like I had them basically on the phone or about to get on the phone at one point a couple months ago. Didn't happen. But I don't know, like Flacco's, he's really out here trying to just like establish himself by making it clear that he thinks that he wants to smoke with Vlad. I don't know if it's going to turn out well for him because I don't think Vlad is going to go back in fifth with him. But I don't know. What do you think?
I think he's scared to go back at six with Vlad. He feels like he's so heavy in the Jew universe, the Jew world, that he's gonna.
At first he was, but he recently just tweeted out that he's about to make it his mission to go at Vlad. Like he really on Vlad's top right now.
I mean, he's on
his head.
hardcore drugs if he thinks he can play with Vlad. Vlad is one of the most important people in hip hop media. He's built this gigantic business. He's had people way bigger than Flacco try to destroy him. Vlad has been basically blackballed by the mainstream music, the label world or whatever, and he's still doing his thing. He's still always found different pockets of the culture to dip into to do content. You got to be wise when you start picking who you want your opponent to be. And I can't, like, as a strategist, I can't look at Flacco wanting to smoke with Vlad and be like, oh, yeah, that's going to work out for you. Like, no, Vlad has proven himself to be an OG in this shit. Like, you do not want to, like, you just are not going to come out on top in that little battle, especially when, what does Flacco have against Vlad? Like what does he have on him that he's going to bring to the table? Vlad is in actually a similar position to me where every single thing that you can say about him has already been said to death. You are not going to be able to just come in and beef with me and say the same exact shit that everybody else has been saying for the last 5 years. It's just not going to hit the same. And I don't think Flacco is bringing anything new to the table going to war with Vlad that is going to actually move the needle.
I don't think Vlad is actually just going to actually respond to Flacco.
Exactly, and that's even worse. You're beefing with someone who won't respond to you, then you don't get any of the benefits of beefing with them.
But right? I don't think Vlad is as much as an open book of like you are. You know what I'm saying? Like there's probably shit that we don't know about Vlad for sure.
This the thing, right? You just proved Flacco right again. Not like that. They say we never go against each other, but I gotta go against you right now.
Do it, please.
You just proved Flacco right again because he said that black people gotta catch on to these corporates because not like that. It's you guys don't let white people get talked about without at least speaking up on their side a little bit. Black people immediately go against each other off the rip. You and Vlad are not you guys are friends. You're not the best of friends. Josh is not the best of friends with him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not saying like you guys, but you guys are friends, but you're not everyday friends, whatever the case is. But when this topic came up and Josh was online with him, he had similar, not saying that you can't go against him, but he was in Vlad's corner and he's like, look, I'm showing you right now. And I'm like, damn, you just showed again that you can't say nothing about the white boy without the other white people coming in and saying,
Josh and Vlad, they're not just white boys. They're Jews.
Yeah, that's why. No, that's why.
So you know they feel that solidarity to each other.
But Flacco just had said that when he was talking about it. He like, bro, he's like, they were talking to, they thought, I feel like Flacco feels like it was like a Jew connection where when he was beefing with Vlad, y'all told him, or I don't know if he said y'all told him because I don't want to put words in people's mouth.
Vlad's a Russian Jew. They ain't even from the same continent.
Yeah, he feels like something happened to where y'all were talking amongst each other about getting rid of him, and that's how his page got demonetized and took.
Nah, I mean, let's be real. Flacco was reposting shitloads of Vlad's content on his Instagram, and Vlad did the thing that anyone could do, which is if somebody's posting a shitload of your content, they could file to have it taken down, and at some point it might take down your whole Instagram page. The fact that Flacco felt like it was his right to post Vlad's content on Instagram is stupid. Like, you just shouldn't do, and especially if you're not crediting them and you're cropping the logo and stuff out. It's like, it's just, you got to know the game enough to know that that's a possibility when you're going crazy reposting other people's content.
Do your homework on Remo, the one who got Flacco page took.
Why'd you get it took?
Because I was the one posting Vlad's shit.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that Vlad wouldn't hold that against you even if he knew it, because at the end of the day, if you're Flacco and you own the page.
To be fair, Flacco's the one who even taught me how to make posts, and when I was making posts, he told me, Flacco, I'm throwing you underneath the bus with one. Because I asked him, he said, man, fuck these niggas, post that shit. So I was posting that shit. But with Vlad, all right, so we had a talk at one point where I guess Vlad did hit up you or hit Flacco and was like, look, don't post my content and no shit, some shit like that.
Well,
so
he told me, tell your employee not to post my shit without, credit, or just not post my shit in general. For me, I don't go as crazy with it, but I've been thinking about getting more on that, because sometimes I see these like meme pages that will basically be like, we'll post an interview and they'll post 20 different things from the interview. So you don't have to watch the interview at all because they got 20 different clips up from it. And it's like, yeah, it's on Instagram, so I guess it's a little bit of promotion, but I am about to start striking some of those pages and snatching accounts if motherfuckers keep playing with me.
Adam, don't strike
But
them.
I had like a Chicago fan page hit me the other day and they actually were being cool about it. Like, what are you cool with in terms of us posting one of your interviews? And I was like, honestly, if you are going to post a 60-second clip from one of the interviews and I don't feel like it's spoiling the entire piece of content, then I extra don't care. And they were like, okay, that's cool. Like, we didn't know that. So I think having a relationship with your fan pages or people that repost your content, like, who do want to help promote your shit. What am I looking at right now? Lil Boom. Interesting.
That's what I told you. If I didn't know who he was to him, so now it's like
Maybe he doesn't want to boom you after all.
yeah.
Boom!
Shout out Lil Boom though.
Boom! I sound cool when I say that. Yeah, so what y'all got going on? Anything else that we should talk about?
Let me see what we got on this list.
Blueface stabbing case rejected by the DA. That's good. This man can get out of any fucking crime. That's what I like about him.
No, the dude that stabbed him
Yeah. Oh, wait, really?
is rejected.
Oh, he refused to snitch on
Yeah.
him. No. According to docs, Blueface has refused to answer any of the responding officers' questions, refused to provide his ID, and even rejected medical aid, although he quickly posted his bloody injury on social media, assuring his fans that he was good. Well, hey, he's a real one. He refuses to snitch.
Awful lot of it.
Yeah, he got an awful lot of it on.
Yeah.
You should start making more jeans too. I was trying to get them other jeans and
Yo, but how about that?
My son.
A dude, I sent him the clip. I'm not going to play it on here because it's way too violent, but basically like a dude was robbing some store and it's an old ass Asian lady running the store.
Come on, y'all gotta stop doing that shit, man.
And he's
Come on.
wearing the
Public
envelope cough
service
syrup pants,
announcement,
and he fully
Y'all can't
decks
be-
this Asian lady in the
She's
face.
dripping blood.
Hey man,
from
we
her
don't
head.
stand for that shit. You
Yeah,
can't be
you
wearing
do.
my shit beating
You're
up old
encouraging
ass
that
lady.
by making
I'm
those
not
clothes.
encouraging
Somebody
that, man.
gave away some clothes and his bum ass got the motherfucker.
Hell, that's
If
probably your
motherfuckers
best
that-
friend.
No,
You probably gave it to him for free.
Listen. If somebody is robbing to go buy the cough syrup, man, this shit addictive.
Come on,
He
bro.
probably left that store
shit
with some money in
addictive.
his pocket and went and bought more cough syrup.
And it had free Wi-Fi.
What do that got to do with me? I'm saying we don't endorse that shit, man.
Yeah, nah.
Look,
That's
don't
why
wear
I
my
didn't
shit
want
to
it.
commit no crime, bro. Because this the thing about it, they're very limited pieces. So y'all got to chill out. Wear something else. Don't wear this shit, bro.
I'm watching the news and I see this shit. I go to their motherfucking YouTube. I'm like, oh my God, they got the whole shit. I'm like, man, what
Bro,
the
remember when we was doing the riots? I used to turn around driving because that's when that's when our case was going on when they was doing all the riots and the COVID and shit. Bro, I'm like telling myself like, God is not gonna let me get out of this case if I'm breaking in these pharmacies and shit. So
yeah, we was fighting. the
but I'm
case,
like
bro.
still driving past them just to see if I know the niggas getting some shit.
They was going crazy.
Bro, they cough syrup down in these
What?
pharmacies.
What?
Like if you had a hoodie on, you like, let's go to the pharmacy. Like it like made you think about it. I'm like, bro, these guys are tripping.
Yeah, if you're gonna go pick up your
think
legal
about
cough
that.
syrup prescription, you definitely probably shouldn't be wearing It's an Awful Lot of Cough Syrup medicine at that. Or
Did y'all see
merch
when
at
the
that
one
moment.
dude was walking inside the back? Y'all posted probably before. The one dude, he was walking behind the pharmacy, grabbing all of the bottles and walking right out. And he
do
was
remember
cough
that.
syrup head to toe every
Yo.
time he did it.
That's crazy.
I
was in jail.
I
didn't see
want
it.
to show you guys this. So this is Lauren Boebert, who's basically like what is she, a congresswoman or some shit? And she was at a live like performance of Beetlejuice, like a show, not a movie, but like a theater type performance, right? And she was
Say
on.
it 3 times and she appears in security video from.
I'm gonna just turn this down, but this is her right here. I've always thought she looked a little bit sexy, right? This is her on a first date with this guy who turns out to be a Democrat because she's like the most toxic, evil Republican on earth. And you see that cloud she just blew out?
just smoked something.
That wasn't
Yeah.
backwoods smoke. That was a
was
vape
vape.
pen. So
Yeah.
she was vaping during the performance. She basically got kicked out partway through. We should definitely blur this for the audience at home, but you could go find this. And this man is full on jiggling her fat tits around in his hand, which is the part that we should probably ban. She's using her phone, and at one point, she damn near is giving this motherfucker a hand job. She's fully like reaching into. I think they're not going to show that part. Oh yeah, look. Wait, maybe they won't show this because it's Shit, I don't even think we have to blur it. But this is them walking her out. But he's jiggling her giant fat tits in his hand, and she is stroking his fucking Democratic cock through his pants. And I realize that this is basically pointless for me to be showing this because you don't get to see any of it in the video, and I wanted to get you guys' reaction. But this footage is out there just for the people at home.
That's crazy. You know he went and wore her little shit out right after that, boy. Look how he don't give a fuck. He
was happy to get kicked out. Look at the smile on his face.
But I think that because she is such a toxic Republican from the perspective of a Democrat, so this makes her look like a hypocrite because she's always talking shit about family values and how everybody's like, how the Democrats are initiating this immoral society or whatever. And then meanwhile, she's just at the theater having fat titties and grabbing penises and shit. But I don't know. I'm like way more endeared to her. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that clip that you guys didn't really see because they didn't show it, I had a fucking bricked up boner on deck. I want to see her boobs now. That's just how I'm coming.
I'm into it.
The No Jumper Show.
You look at those motherfuckers. Look how they sitting.
Fat titties. They be sitting, man. That's all I'm saying.
They be sitting.
They be sitting.
She sucked dick in a movie before too.
Man,
she's an eater.
This is what she's doing as a famous congresswoman or whatever. Imagine what she was doing before she had these kind of roles available to her.
These are the college checkoffs you're gonna have. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you get older, like, damn, I remember she used to be blowing me down. Now she's like a part of the fucking.
I hate to end this on a horny note.
Horny.
So
I might have to hit the bathroom and unload. This Lauren Boebert got me turned up.
Lauren Boebert about to make you go make some yogurt.
Yo, Boebert's got me making yogurt. Holy shit. Hey, I appreciate everybody who watched this. The kid who won these, the Gucci sunglasses, I will be sending them out within the next day or two. Shout out to y'all. Awful lot of it. Brick by brick. Shout out my man Remo. THF Bezu interview dropping now. Prince Dre interview dropping soon. Lil Reese interview dropping soon. Mama Duck interview dropping soon. Will we interview anybody who is not a Chicagoan? Remains to be seen. Stay tuned. Smash the like button. Probably should have said that in the beginning. Let's go.
Awful lot of it.
Snoopy Badass dropped his flag. Tony Wilrich too. Let's go.
his flag too.
King of Bompton. Let's go.
King of Bompton.
Oh man.